We're going to go ahead and, if you can find your seats, we're going to go ahead and get started. I feel like all officials with this wonderful mic here. Like Tony Robbins or something. Gonna make you like all scream and feel excited. We're so excited to have you here today. My name is Stephne Hilgendorf, and I'm from originally the Southern California area, so it makes me really happy to be back here. We currently have a home base in Michigan, but our family is traveling on the road for a year. We bought an RV and we're traveling for a year, and so one of our big stops, we're out here for a couple of months because our team is huge out here, and so we wanted to make sure that we did something to give our team an opportunity to invite people and to have an opportunity to give back and to offer this self-care summit to talk about different ways to self-care and why it's important for self-care. You know, one of the things that I'm learning is that if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. And as you know, most of us are here that are women, we tend to take care of other people, right? And when our cup is empty, we break down, and that's not good. And so I kind of think of it as, you know, that cup that we're constantly pouring out to other people, and we just barely keep enough in it to survive. But what would happen if we filled our cup so much that it overflowed, and we were able to help everybody else because our cup was overly full? And that's kind of what I want to give back to you today. So first thing that we're going to do, we're going to have lots of drawings. You guys are going to win lots of fun stuff today. We have lots of amazing speakers. But the first thing that I want to do is, who's never lucky in a raffle? Anyone? Yeah. I kind of figured as much. So what we're going to do at first is we're going to play a game. And so the videos that you were watching and some information about doTERRA that has been going around in your emails if you're already a member, we have a little quiz set up. And so I would like everybody to grab your phones, if you have a cell phone, like a smartphone, and go to kahoot.it. It's right there. Emily, take a look at the screen. I'm just kidding. Oh, thanks. So if you go to kahoot.it, and then it's going to ask you for an access number. Chris, do I just Alt-Tab over to it?
Hit escape and then Alt-Tab.
Okay, so here's your game pin.
What is it? What?
Okay, kahoot.it. K-A-H-O-O-T. And come up with a fun name. Don't just come with some, like, you know, just your first name. Come up with, like, something fun and crazy and, you know, because that'll be fun.
Oh, wait.
We like to have fun. So go to kahoot.it. Yeah, and if you have a naughty nickname, I can go ahead and X you out, but you know, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that here. So everybody just go ahead and, yes, here we go. Awesome. And as soon as we get everybody in, we're going to go ahead and start our game. What's going to happen is the screen is going to come up with a question. And then on your phone, it's going to give you 4 squares. It's going to have like different colors. And so you're going to give the answer that corresponds on your phone. Okay? So,
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
what?
Whatever you just said.
Oh, the questions are going to appear on the screen. And then each of the 4 answers is going to have a color that's going to correspond with your phone. And so you'll just push the answer on your phone. You'll see after the first one. Okay. Is there anybody that's still working that doesn't see their name up here yet?
Yes.
Okay. Nope, you're good.
I needed more focus oils this morning. Sorry.
You know, there's a whole bunch of oils up here. Feel free to come up and get some.
You just throw them all
Just
on me.
throw them all over here. Oh, so while we're waiting, I just want to let you know what we have up here. I've got a box of some oils if you just wanted to come and just play around and see. I also have a dream kit that we're going to be giving away today. And I will go ahead and tell you about how to do that in a second. But some of the new oils, like the big, this is one I'm so excited about. I just got this in the mail a couple days ago. The big Yarrow Palm. This is like magic, you guys.
Can you find that in my purse later?
Nope. I'm going to make sure I go through everybody's purses on the way out. And then if anybody is brand new and doesn't have an account yet, we have an enrollment gift that we have up here for you as well that I'll go over later on. And then the promotional items, the free frankincense this month. I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, are we good?
Yeah.
Everybody ready to go? Okay, here we go. We're going to go full screen. Come on, full screen. Just kidding, I guess we're full screen already. Here we go. Are we ready? There's 10 questions. How long has doTERRA been a company? Ready? There's the answers. Correspond it with your phone. And the faster you answer...
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, I did the wrong one.
The faster you answer, the more points you will get. My daughter Haley created this, and I think she did that on purpose to confuse some people that were like fast thinkers. All right, yes, 10 years. We had our 10-year anniversary this year. All right, next question. You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's see who's in lead. Who's chaos? Oh, there's Barbara in the back, our videographer today. Chaos, and then we have Shell. Who's Shell? Is that Shelly? Where's Shell? Yes, there you go. Gigi? Ah, there you go. And then Helpful Oil Lady. And then who's Oil Girl? Awesome. Okay, so here we go. What new oil was announced in September 2018? There are 2 correct answers, just FYI.
Just push one?
Just push one of them.
Oh, what happens if you push 2?
You can't.
You can't. You're not allowed to.
Okay, so the 2 correct answers are pink pepper and yarrow palm, which is like my new favorite. Oh. Chaos, still number 1. Man, I don't know. Somebody's got to give her a run for her money. Shell's right up there with her.
Shenanigans.
Who brought lavender with them today?
Be honest.
Be honest. I did, not me. I brought peppermint. Does that count? No. What's lavender? If you have the what's lavender, we're going to talk later, okay?
What about shenanigans?
Oh, yeah.
Does it have lavender in it? I'll accept it.
So is it a wrong answer?
All right, not me. Oh, well, see, this is where we're going to separate. This is how we're going to get people that are going to be ahead. Okay, did you seriously bring lavender?
It's in my keychain.
Look at you. Keychain, there you go with the keychain. Which of the following is part of the kids' collection? There's some fun names here, so let's see which one is correct.
I see the one I wish it was.
Right? I wish.
Which one do you wish it was?
I mean, in my house, grumpy.
Grumpy, yeah. Yes, stronger is the equivalent, the kids' equivalent to which oil? Do you guys know which one's stronger?
Isn't it On Guard?
On Guard. So it's a much lighter
assuming you
version
got
of
that right.
On Guard for the kids.
I got the convention kit. I studied it.
Okay, here we go. Who's M and Peach? Ah, there you go, Molly, coming on up. And then, hey, Oil Girl's right behind. Okay, number 5. What's the first product to sell out for the 2018 holiday season? Which was number 1 to sell out. Just FYI, only one of these is still available. So, but one of them was the first one to sell out. Day 1. There was a lot of sad people. That was sold out too, yeah. Yes, the lava rock diffuser was the first to sell out. And guess what? I have one here today to give out. So, okay, Chaos. Oh, hey, Oil Girl, you're giving her a run for her money. There you go. What country is doTERRA's pink pepper sourced from? It was in the videos that we were just watching. Which country? And it was an amazing story. Kenya Rising is the name of it if you didn't see it, if you're doing other things. Just saying. Just helping you out for those of you who hadn't answered yet. There you go. Shelly's coming back on up again. Oh, Piccadilly. Piccadilly. There you go. Number 3, here you go. doTERRA's program for building relationship with small growers and distillers. What is this called? Building relationships with small growers and distillers.
The answers need to show up on the app.
No,
They're delayed. Yes.
I think everybody's got the same though. Like, anyways, it's just fun.
No.
You're like, this is not fun. Co-impact sourcing, yes, working direct with the growers is called co-impact sourcing. It's amazing. If you look up the co-impact sourcing videos on YouTube, they're absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness, she's pulling out ahead.
22nd place.
I don't know. Name the program doTERRA supports in the fight against human trafficking. That picture, I get chills every time I see that picture. supports the fight against human trafficking. Hey, Mom, somebody just walked up outside. Okay, yes, Operation Underground Railroad. Tim Ballard is an amazing human being, and he has come for the past 3 years to conventions. So if you ever want to hear him speak, come to convention, just saying. All right, she's on fire.
Dang.
9 out of 10. Okay, doTERRA's foundation that reaches out to and serves small communities in need. I like doTERRA do-gooders. That's a cute name.
There is. I'd like to see who picks that one.
Yes, the
Oh,
Healing
my God.
Hands Foundation, and they do a lot of amazing work with Days for Girls, Operation Underground Railroad. Hey, last question. Last question. I don't know, I think chaos is going to win. doTERRA's program educating girls around the world about sustainable feminine hygiene.
It's really delayed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It keeps doing that too.
All y'all are chains for
Okay, Days for Girls. Oh, very good job, everybody, on that one. Okay, here we go. Chaos, come on up. Come on up. So here we have the Healing Hands lotion with the lip gloss. Sorry, Christy. And then some other little fun things. But you can fit rollers in this, like this. There you go. Congratulations. All right. Shell, number 2. Come on up.
Sorry.
Did you get this
Nice job.
at convention this last year? Okay, good. This is a roller case. I know. And then even another one of those rollers that we got last year. You're welcome. Okay, and who's Goldie Girl? Yay! Go Joy!
Where did that name come from?
Hold on. Whoa. Here we go. Little roller bag, and then this little fun little, oh wait, no, that's not what I was gonna get. I was just, a breathe stick.
Yeah.
There you go, you're welcome. Okay. So let's, hold on, we're gonna go ahead and turn that off because there is something that I am going to do. Oh. Hey, Chris. How do I find everybody? You report? Are you serious? I'll just let you see it.
Did everybody get a parking validation that needed one?
No.
I did not. No, not yet. Pass that down. Thank you, ma'am. Miss Stephanie, you want to come sit? You can sit here. Have a seat. Anywhere. Is there a seat up there too? Next to Lauren, wherever you want. Want to be time around?
Okay, we're gonna give this, oh wait, hold on, let's see if we find it. Final leaderboard. Here we go. Oh, here's the top 5. Oh, shoot. I was gonna try to give something away to the person who got the least. But it doesn't show me everybody. Darn it. Oh, down with the report. I know, right? And the daughter's coming up for the technology. Or you just grab my husband, because he usually knows what's Okay, here we go. Who's Derp?
Yeah, it was me.
Come on up! Of course you are. Awesome. And who is A147? It's the guy. You need this. It's got actual oils, but you need more than anybody else here. Thanks for playing. Keeping it in the family. There you go. Congratulations. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Back to the fun stuff.
Was it the women's roller?
And it was the Harmony collection from Mother's Day.
You can trade it for the monthly one.
You can't trade it for the monthly one. Okay, so who wants to win a dream kit? Who wants to know how you can win a dream kit? Okay, this amazing kit of all of the brand new oils and products from last year. So, who here is not a doTERRA customer yet? Perfect. Okay, so for you or anybody else in here who puts in, or if you've already put in a 200 order for the month, because right now we know that 200 gets you what? Free frankincense, right? So I'm incentivizing you. Everybody who puts in a 200 PV order, pull it up on your phone sometime today. Get your order number. There's a sign up here that says your name and your order number, and then you will get entered in for a separate raffle. If your initial order today, if you sign up today, and it's a 200 order, so like a home essentials kit or more, or like a family essentials and you add some more stuff to equal 200 PV, you will also be entered into that, and then get your gift as well. So everybody who has already put in your 200 PV order, which I highly encourage because frankincense retail is like $93. So why wouldn't you, right? It's an amazing deal. So I'm just incentivizing you, and I'm going to give you this kit, and we will draw this at the end of the day. Okay, we also have computers at the back of the room. If you need to check your back office, or if you need to place your order today, you can do it on your phone or the computers in the back of the room. All right, and who needs a headshot? Okay, my wonderful husband is an amazing photographer, and today we have worked with a hotel, and from 2 to 3, the restaurant downstairs is closed, and they are allowing us access because it's got beautiful backgrounds. So if you would like to get a headshot today, we will do that for you for free. We will send you the digital copy. He'll doctor it up, he'll make it look real nice, and we'll send that out to you. So if you want to do that, it's between the hours of 2 and 3. So we'll finish up here. We'll still have the hand aroma touches and whatever the experience things if you didn't get a chance to take advantage of those. But then downstairs, you can also grab something to eat in between. But 2 o'clock is when the restaurant closes and we have access to that room, okay? Also, if you arrived today, we would love your email address. And the reason why we need your email address is because all of the speakers have graciously put together a one-page summary of their speaking today. You have little notepads there today, but if you wanted like a cheat sheet of what everybody's talking about, we're going to send it out to you, but we need your email address to do that after the event. And so that'll go out within the next few days after the event is over. So if you did not give your email address when you checked in, make sure you we have just that, sign-in sheet out there just to add in your email address, so that way we can send that information to you. Yes? A sign-in for the photos? Like if you wanted to have, we can do that. We have extra paper in the back of the room if we want to set up a sign-in sheet, like just so we can go in order. Or just, that's a good idea. So we'll check it, like in between and stuff, I'll figure that out, okay? Awesome. So, our first speaker today is one of my dear friends. Her name is Blythe Kerr. Yeah. She's kind of awesome. Blythe is our new platinum leader. Woohoo! And for those of you that don't know what that means, is that she has 3 silvers that are personally enrolled to her in her organization. So, I think I did this right. So Blythe is going to be talking to us today about staying healthy through the holidays. So are you ready, Blythe? Yep. Come on up.
Sorry, I'm like right in the middle of hi.
All right, and then Stephanie, which one do I push on the little?
The left. The mouse,
Over
yeah.
here? Okay. I'm not a technology person, people. Okay. Okay, so I'm so excited to talk to you today about staying healthy through the holidays. One of my favorite things is Christmas. I love Christmas. I love holidays. I like to celebrate. And so I thought this was the perfect topic for me to talk about today, because I'm really passionate about keeping not only my own family healthy, but everyone else's family healthy. And I will be the one that is standing next to you at Costco. If you have something in your cart, I'm like, no. Like, this is what you need, okay, to keep you healthy. I just can't handle it. If someone is sick, you better believe I'm going to open up my mouth, because I cannot handle it, because these are so amazing. So, I wanted to do something fun today because I absolutely love Elf and I love Buddy the Elf, and I thought it would be fun to kind of relate the products to Elf and the movie Elf. So we're going to go through this, and I thought it was fun that I was speaking at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Santa's coming. Who has not seen this movie? Oh my gosh. Okay. It is your responsibility to go home and watch this movie. I'm like, yes, you have to. He's so funny. You have to go home. Okay, so I have to see where I can see it. Okay, perfect. All right, so we are gonna go over some. Going back over here, Chris. Okay. Okay.
Sorry, it was totally me.
Oh, okay. Maybe. If not, I'll try not to move.
Kill it.
All right, so we're going to go over what I consider to be the key products that you need to be taking or your family needs to be taking every single day in order to stay healthy all the time, okay? All the time, but especially through the holidays, because as we know, this is the season where, you know, immune systems may not be working at their best and everyone has germs flowing everywhere, okay? And so you want to make sure that you're doing these things. So make sure you have a pen out, or if you are, I'm a pen and paper gal, but if you are a phone / computer, whatever, person, a technology person, then do that. All right, we are going to go on. So do you want to feel like this? And do you want to be able to have this ability? I pushed the left one.
There you go.
Is it turned up?
So, good news. I saw a dog today. Have you seen a dog? You probably have. How was school? Was it fun? Did you get a lot of homework? Huh? Do you have any friends? Do you have a best friend? Do you have a big coat too?
Go away!
Ow! Son of a nutcracker!
Oh no. He's such a bad guy. We better get out of here.
You know what? I can take him. Okay. I'm just gonna get as many snowballs as we can. You ready? Let's go.
Man, one got away. Wow. Where did you say you were from?
Okay, so we all want to be able to.
Do the right arrow.
Okay, we got it. Okay, so we all want to look, feel, and live younger longer. Okay, we want to be able to have that energy. We want to be able to have that focus. We want to be able to go all day long. And I can tell you that the product that's going to help you with this is your Lifelong Vitality Pack. Okay, this is actually doTERRA's #1 selling product. It is not the oils. Okay, so it is also the only product that has a 30-day money-back guarantee. Why do you think they do a 30-day money-back guarantee on Lifelong Vitality? Because nobody returns them, okay? Rarely will you have someone return the Lifelong Vitality. I can guarantee you if you start taking this and give it a good 30 days, preferably a good 3 months, your body is going to start to change, all right? And you are gonna start to feel healthier. So ever since I have been on the vitamins, I am rarely sick, okay? Rarely, because it's giving your body the nutrition it needs. It gives you more energy. It helps decrease inflammation, which is what we're all dealing with nowadays, all right, and it helps reduce pain. Most of us are vitamin and mineral deficient, okay, and then this is what I want you to remember, anything about the vitamins today, is that every single process in your body, whether it be digestion, to detoxification, to hormone creation, to brain function, it is all done with vitamins and minerals, all of it. And so you can eat as clean as you want. I am the cleanest eater right now. I'm dairy-free, gluten-free, corn-free, soy-free, everything free, okay? And it's fruit and vegetables and meats. I am like the cleanest eater, okay? But I'm still not going to be getting the amount of food that I need in my body. These are ground down in a way that your body digests them well. And so there's 3 different components. You have your multivitamin, which is a nutritional component. You have your alpha CRS, which is your cellular function. We're losing cells every day, so it's helping rebuild the cells. And then you have your Z omega, which is your essential oils and your omegas, okay? And it's land oil and fish, land and sea-based fish oil, okay? So this is definitely the foundation. Now, I have a son who takes just the nutritional one, right? I take all of them. He takes just the nutritional one, and guess what? He doesn't swallow pills very well, so he literally just opens up the capsule and puts it in a smoothie every morning. Okay, so that is an option as well. So if you have a hard time swallowing capsules, you can open them right up. Stick them in your food, all right? Get them in ya. Okay, next.
I traveled to the 7 levels of candy cane forest, past the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops, and then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel.
So where were you for the last 30 years?
North Pole. Can you pass the maple syrup, please?
I didn't. It's spaghetti.
I think I have some.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar and syrup?
Yes.
Then yes! We elves try to stick to the 4 main food groups. Candy, candy cane, candy corns, and syrup.
Okay. All right, I love that because we can't talk about staying healthy through the holidays without watching our sugar and intake and the food that we eat. All right, it's important. So we have some things to help along with this. This is one of my favorite products that doTERRA has. It is called Terrazyme. It's the digestive enzyme complex. All right. And as we're talking about, he says the 4 major food groups are all of those candies. Someone says to me, I don't understand, like, what does it do? Like, what does it really do? All right? And this is the best way I can explain in a way that you can connect without all the medical terms. And that is, you know how you feel when you eat a big, huge pizza combined with root beer and salad and you feel just heavy and bloated and full and thick, okay? You eat that meal and you take one of these when you're eating that meal and it feels like you have just eaten this spinach salad, okay? Because it is breaking down the processes in the food, all right? It's food-derived enzymes and minerals, cofactors that can aid in the digestion and absorption of important nutrients that are missing in today's diets. We've all heard this, healthy gut equals healthy life, okay? Terrazyme is amazing for other things as well. It's great for skin. My son has eczema and dry skin, and when he is taking Terrazyme every day, his skin looks gorgeous, okay? So it helps for those things as well. It's an inside-out helper, but when you are eating correctly and you're taking your Terrazyme along with it, we know that if we drink an entire Coke bottle, right, or whatever, we're not going to feel great. And it's gonna break everything down, and the more sugar you put in your body, the worse you are, right? Your body the immune system isn't gonna work as well. So why not help it out a little bit? I wanted to give you some terms here so you kind of know, and you can write these down if you want. But The ingredients are protease, which aids in breaking proteins down into smaller amino acid units to use by the body to create necessary protein structures. There's, and maybe I'll email these out too, I don't have them on my little cheat sheet, but amylase, I don't know how to pronounce these, begins the process of breaking down complex carbohydrates such as starches into simpler sugars. Lipase, which aids in breaking down large lipids and fats to help release energy and to create smaller units that can be used to build critical lipid-based structures. Alpha galactosidase, which aids in breaking down glycolipids and glycoproteins. Cellulase, which breaks down cellulose into simple sugars. Maltase converts the disaccharide maltose into glucose for use by the body for energy. 2 more. Sucrase converts the disaccharide sucrose into glucose for use by the body for energy. And then the tummy taming blend. This exclusive blend combines peppermint leaf, ginger root extract, and caraway seed to help keep the stomach calm. All right, so this is one of my favorites, and it's a total must to stay healthy in the holiday season. Okay, here we go. This next one really pairs well with this one, with Terrazyme. Okay, so gross, so gross. I tell my kids every night, have you taken your probiotic today? Have you taken your probiotic today? Okay, PB Assist Probiotic Defense Formula. We have a couple nurses in our organization who talk about how amazing this probiotic is. I used to have my kids on a probiotic from Sprouts. Absolutely switched over when I learned more about doTERRA's probiotic. doTERRA's probiotic, if you see right here, PB Assist, it comes in a double encapsulated layer. There is a little, so there's an extra layer on here. Because they have an extra layer, you are able to keep this with you at all times. You don't have to refrigerate it. All right, it's the greatest thing. You go on trips, pop it in your purse. I love it, right? Or in your backpack or whatever. And so that is one amazing thing about it, because most probiotics, to be honest, you guys, they open up before they even get to your gut, to the part that they need to go to. So some don't even work, okay, because they're not even getting to where they need to go. So they created this extra lipid layer so it gets to where it needs to go. And then they put a little air bubble in there. And the air bubble is so that the probiotic is at the top of your stomach, floats at the top of your stomach, and then goes into the gut and opens up when it needs to. Okay, so it's a brilliant thing. Very, very, very good. The PB Assist Junior is also encapsulated, but it's like a pixie stick, okay? And it's for kids or people who can't swallow pills. So if you have never tried the PB Assist, it tastes like sugar. So the best thing, we have a big jar of the PBS sticks just on our countertop, right? But if you want your kids to have sugar, call it a pixie stick. Be like, here, have a pixie stick today. It's so good. All right? And if you haven't tried it, or if you have tried it, I have some for you. Raise your hands.
Watch out for flying sticks!
All right, those are so awesome. They're just yummy. I love them, right? And so if you need to have one of the 4 main food groups from ELF, then take out your pixie stick, okay, and start. It's strawberry watermelon, and it literally tastes like candy, okay, but it's good for you. It's a good candy. PB Assist is prebiotic fiber and 6 strains of probiotic microorganisms. That's super important that you have both, all right? So both are in there. It's 6 billion CFUs and FOS that encourage friendly bacteria growth. I always tell my kids, you gotta have something in there, the good guys in there to fight the bad guys. That's just what I say. Good guys are in there to fight the bad guys, okay? It's time release, like we talked about, a double capsule delivery system. And it's super, super simple. So you just make sure you take them every day. It'll tell you how many on the bottle. All right. So I don't know about you, but I used to be the biggest germaphobe before oils. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about it. It's so empowering. I don't stress about, oh my gosh, did someone touch that thing or whatever. And so you definitely need the next product for this.
Oh. Oh, just wait. I know. I remember this movie.
Whoa! All right, so he takes all the gum off the railroad station. It's so disgusting. All right, and then right after this part, you don't see it, but he literally is like running around that thing, and then he goes and throws up in the trash can. I couldn't get that little part of the clip-on, but so definitely what you need in your house and happening in your body, however way you get it on, is the On Guard Protective Blend. All right. It has, as we know, wild orange, rosemary, clove, cinnamon, and eucalyptus. Those are all oils that help to fight against bacteria. And so it really is keeping you healthy. So I love this picture I found. I think it's time to meet the family, okay? We talked about that at Christmas time. Let's go meet the family, okay? And this is our family of On Guard products. We have some others now that have been added, like the On Guard mouthwash that's out. Which is a great, yes, and it's a great Christmas present, you guys, especially for guys. Right, Chris?
Right.
Yes. So it's a great Christmas gift. But Elena is actually going to talk a little bit more in depth about the On Guard products. So I'm specifically going to mention two things right here, or these. Well, I'm going to mention these four. There's a lot, but these four. The blend. I gargle with this every morning and every night. 1 drop in water, and now we have the mouthwash, so I don't have to do that. But I used to do that for 2 years, okay? 1 drop in the morning, 1 drop at night. It helps kill a sore throat, okay? I'm a singer, so that's important to me, to stay healthy throat-wise, all right? But on the feet, every single day, in the diffuser, every single day, okay? It's a constant. So the oils, as you use them every single day, you know that it's helping boost your immune system and your body will be protected. It's called the Protection Blend. This is the hand sanitizer. Absolutely love it. We used to make our own with On Guard and a spray bottle. And it was great, but the bottle was heavy, and this is so light. I have one in the kids' backpack. I have one in the diaper bag. I have one, everywhere. Huh?
You have the experience with the hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah, we have it up here at the hand sanitizer. Actually, let's pass it around. You guys can, those who haven't, is it open?
They can open it if it's not.
Okay, someone open it. Here, do it.
This one's open too.
Okay. So yeah, that's perfect. Everywhere I go, baby shopping cart, spray, stick them in. Okay, just anything. You're really spraying that. The On Guard Touch is specifically for babies and kids or people with sensitive skin. It's already formulated with the coconut oil in there. It's a touch roller. I love it. It's great for convenience. All right, so my 17-month-old just woke up this morning with a runny nose, and I was like, okay, Garrett, on the way out, I was like, On Guard Touch on the feet, please, and Breathe Touch on the chest, all right? So his first cold ever this morning, and so I'm like, start putting that on him, right? So that's gonna be it. This right here, I think, is an underestimated product, okay?
Every night.
This is amazing. These are the On Guard Plus soft gels, okay? These are if you feel like you're getting sick, or this is every day. This is to kick some trash, okay? So literally, you take one of these and it boosts your immune system. What I love about these is it's got On Guard, it's got oregano, but there's one key ingredient in here that is awesome. Who can say what it is?
Black pepper.
Black pepper's awesome too. That's not the one I'm looking for.
Oregano.
Melissa. All right, Melissa is a super duper expensive oil. It's $135 wholesale for a little bottle because it's miraculous. It's in here. These are only like $24.50, I think. All right, the On Guard Plus soft gels. Absolute must. They're on our shelf always. Okay, so any way you can get On Guard, Elena's going to go over some more stuff, but any way you can get On Guard in your body or on your kids, okay, constant every day is going to keep you healthy, okay, through the holidays. All right, last one we're going to talk about. So, you know, what's interesting is people are like, well, Blythe, wouldn't you, oh, let me mention really quick here before I move on, that we make something called the immunity roller, okay? And the immunity roller has On Guard in there, but it has oregano, so you might want to write these down. This is my immunity roller recipe, but On Guard, I do, in a little 10 milliliter bottle, I do 8 drops of that. I do 8 drops of Melaleuca, which is our tea tree oil. I do 8 drops of, no I don't, I do 5 drops of oregano, okay, which kicks everything, all right, it's your natural antibiotic. It's the one that boosts your immune system really well. 5 drops of peppermint and 5 drops of lemon, all right, and then fill the rest with coconut oil, shake and swipe. My kids are doing that every day, right, okay, to keep their immune system built up. So that's also along with the On Guard. But as we talked about those other products, people say, oh, you don't just use oils to stay healthy? I'm like, no, like, I mean, you have to sleep well, you have to eat well, you have to do all that stuff too, but those other products, the probiotic and the Terrazyme and the vitamins, I'm telling you, is going to keep you healthy along with the oils. Yes, Joy.
I was going to say Arbor Vitae is another great immunity oil to throw in there, and that's 10% off.
Oh, 10% off of Arbor Vitae, and it's also a great immunity oil that you can put in your flu, in your immunity roller. Okay, we used to call it something else. All right, so, okay, next one we're going to talk about.
What should we put on it first?
Lights.
Oh, good. And then after that?
Ornaments.
What's the whole set?
A Christmas tree.
Christmas tree?
Buddy dropped it down in the park.
Emily?
How are we going to get the star on top?
I got it.
Oh no.
All right, so do you ever feel like you just want to hug a tree? I do. We're going to get our tree today, the family tree, all right? Well, there's a way for you to hug the tree, all right? And it is called the Holiday Peace Blend. We have the regular Douglas fir, which I absolutely love as well, which is the Douglas fir tree. We've got a few holiday oils, all right? But this one I wanted to specifically focus on because not many people know this. I mean, you learn this as you go along, but a lot of our stressors, a lot of our illness, a lot of our physical issues come from emotional stressors, all right? And stress and things that happen during the holiday season, okay? And so that's really the root of the issue. And so if you can maintain your level of, or decrease your stress level, and if you can feel less anxious, then that is going to help you stay healthier as well. And so this is one of my favorite blends. They only sell it during this the holiday season. Okay, so it's available right now. And but if you notice this little graphic over here, this is what it helps you feel. It helps you feel secure. It helps you feel open to opportunities. It helps you feel strong, capable, confident, supported, upheld, hopeful, feeling safe, and empowered. All right, so as you diffuse this oil, it will literally decrease the anxious feelings. It will make you feel like you're hugging a tree, literally, okay? It smells very tree-like, okay? But it is very calming and grounding. And so as we know, those emotions, emotions are high anyway during the holiday season, okay? They're high anyway. But this is something that you can be diffusing all year round. You don't have to save your holiday piece for Christmas. Like, open that sucker up and start diffusing it when you need it during the year. I absolutely love it. So I wanted to close with a little bit about just me and my passion for these oils. So I was introduced to oils by Stephne, okay, and she sent me some samples in the mail, and the one that I was sold, the two that I was sold on was the On Guard, because I was getting ready to teach an event and my throat was getting sore. And I was like, I cannot get sick. Oh yeah, Stephanie sent me some oil stuff. What is that? Called her up, asked her what to do with it. and my sore throat was gone like that. And I was like, what is this? Okay. And that kind of was, you know, my experience. Same thing with the melaleuca. I had jaw surgery when I was 20, so this whole area is numb on the bottom, okay? And I would bite through my lip constantly. And when I bit through my lip, I would get huge canker sores. And then I would use the canka and salt water and all of this stuff, and it would take 3 weeks to get rid of. And so I just opened up my little A to Z guide, and it said 1 drop of melaleuca, and I put the drop of melaleuca on there, and in 3 days it was clear. And I was like, okay. And so you just start researching and, you know, using the oils for the little things. But as soon as the little things passed and I started having my experiences, I started tackling the big things, like my son's respiratory issues. We were constantly in the doctor for that, constantly. I would sit over his bedside, totally worried. Is he going to be able to breathe tonight? And so these oils were such a blessing in my life. I would put frankincense on his chest, which helped take down the inflammation, and I would put breathe on top, which would open his airways. And we went from a family being in the doctor all the time to a family never being in the doctor, all right? And a mom who felt empowered. So it is something that I share because it's something that was so incredible for us. And so I feel an obligation to tell everybody because it helped us. So that was, you know, just other situation and other kids and other families and helping them. It's what my passion is. And then I tackled the biggest issue for me completely was my vertigo. I had vertigo for 4 years, off and on. I have what's called a bilateral loss in my inner ear, which means that both sides of my inner ear don't send the signals to the brain to function, and that they need to. And so I remember the doctor saying, you know, 1 loss in your ear is, you know, typical, but a bilateral loss is not typical. And I had done everything I could do on Western medicine side, and Western medicine is miraculous. It's there for a reason. But we got to a point where he's like, you're at the end of the road, you know? And so I knew I needed to search for something. And what helped me the most? The vitamins. Those are my lifeline. All right, so I have those with me all the time, as well as frankincense, which is great for that, all right? So these were not something that were just a little, oh yeah, I'll just use them occasionally. This is our lifeline in our house. We use them constantly, and we stay healthy, all right? And so that is the best gift I think that you can give someone is knowledge of what these can do. So I hope that you enjoy the little videos and the little Buddy the Elf moments. It makes me want to go watch the whole movie, like in my pajamas, and start diffusing my holiday peace blood. Okay. But I wanted to share and just give you little tips that those 1, 2, 3, 4, those 5 things specifically, lifelong vitality, Terrazyme, the PB Assist probiotic, On Guard, everything, and your holiday peace blend are 5 products that will absolutely, absolutely keep you healthy if you are using them continuously through the holidays. Hope you guys have an awesome, awesome Christmas filled with elf and fuzzy socks, because Stephanie and I like fuzzy socks. And it used to be ice cream. Now I have to have Hug Life ice cream, which is good. Go, they're an orange. All right, that's it. Do you have any questions whatsoever before I pass the baton over? If you do, you can come up to me later. Good.
Thank you, Blythe. That was awesome. One thing that I wanted to mention with the On Guard products, they're amazing. I absolutely love them. The On Guard soft gels, because they have oregano in them, you don't want to take them longer than 10 days at a time, because it's a natural antibiotic and it will filter through your liver and your kidneys way too fast. It filters. So just be safe, and if you do take it and you need to take it for 10 days, take a couple days off, and start back up again. That's my only recommendation for that. So the next speaker that we have is April Kurtyka, and she is not able to be here today because she has a family. Her family's doing Christmas this weekend. They had family flying in from all over.
Hi everyone, my name is April Kurtyka, and I so wish that I could.
Okay, just kidding. There we go. There we go. There's April, our beautiful April. Who knows April? We love April. She is, like I said, she's doing Christmas with her family this week, and they had people flying out. But I could think of nobody better to talk about calming the crazy than April. She has become pretty much an expert in the field of mental health. Just making sure that our minds are in the right place and that we're taking care of our minds and bodies. So here we go. Here is April. She'll introduce herself a little bit as well.
Hi everyone, my name is April Kurtyka, and I so wish that I could be there with you today, but I'm really excited that I still have the opportunity to talk to you about a subject that is really near and dear to my heart, and that is calming the crazy. Now, crazy can happen any time of the year. However, there's something about the holidays, whether it's the traveling, the extra spending, or just trying to find that perfect gift, that really seems to amplify the crazy. So we're going to talk all about that today and what we can do to relieve some of that craziness. But first, I want to tell you why it's me that's up here talking to you about this. Since I was about 13 years old or so, I've dealt with mental health issues. By the time I was 15, I was given my first prescription, and we found out really quickly that my body is really sensitive to medications. So much so that one medication made me actually start producing breast milk, which is terrifying for a teenage girl. However, instead of thinking outside the box or trying something new, we just kept seeing more and more doctors and trying so many more prescriptions. Over the years, I was diagnosed with ADD, bipolar, and a mess of other things, but I never really found relief from any of my symptoms. And then when I became a mother of 3, nothing got better because my self-care at that time was absolutely non-existent. So when I had postpartum depression and was actually having hallucinations, you would have thought that I would have, seeked special help or thought outside of the box then. But I just still, I didn't have that in my capacity just yet. It wasn't until 7 years ago that I actually reached out on Facebook for help with one of my children that I found out about essential oils. I needed a little bit of help because my youngest just was not sleeping, and so someone suggested essential oils, and I kind of was like, they just smell really great. How in the heck are they going to help my daughter sleep? However, I tried it and I was floored. I was like, this stuff actually works. And so after I thought about it a little bit, I said, well, if it can help her so much, maybe, just maybe, this can help me too. And so I started trying balance in the morning and elevation throughout the day, and I was just astounded by the results. And so I am a lover of learning, and once I find something that works, I want to know everything about it. And so I went off to aromatherapy school and just learned everything I could about these seemingly magical oils. And for the first time, I can honestly say I wasn't a victim to my health anymore. I felt really empowered and like I had the tools to finally manage some of these symptoms in my life, right? However, as I'm sure you are all well aware, oils can't fix everything. I mean, almost, but they really can't. And so you gotta put some of your own work into it. And then in 2015, it was apparent that I wasn't putting my own work into it. Because after a really traumatic incident in 2015, I had what I would call the closest thing to a nervous breakdown. I can't think of a better name for it. I suffered from my first panic attack. And I just absolutely didn't know what to do because I had been using these awesome oils for managing my depression, but my self-care game was still totally non-existent. And so here I am struggling so much with this new ailment, and I just didn't know what to do. I wasn't paying attention to anything else my body was telling me. I just thought, oh, I got these oils, it's helping with that depression stuff. I'm good to go. Little did I know that my body was screaming at me the whole entire time, and I just wasn't listening. So I spent the next 6 months of my life working on me. I did nothing else but taking care of me and trying to really figure out how to use these oils in a different way and in addition to my self-care regimen. And that's when I can say I honestly found the true benefit of these oils. It was absolutely life-changing. Excuse me. My notes just dropped and I kind of need those. I need to glance down at them. So I do want to pause here and take a little detour and talk about the fact that my story isn't all that different than so many of you out there probably. And that's because we, especially as mothers, but women typically in general, some men too, are so great at giving so much of ourselves to others. We give to our children, our partners, our friends, our family, and yeah, anyone else who wants a little piece of us, we're pretty good at giving it to them. However, when it comes to our own self-care, we're just totally negligent, right? We are usually left for last. And that just can't happen anymore because your body will keep talking to you until it has to get louder and louder and scream to the point where, you know, like I had my panic attack. You will eventually have to listen to your body. So there's a good chance that some of you out there have experience with depression or anxiety because anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the US. And it's not uncommon for someone with anxiety to also have depression. In fact, nearly half of those diagnosed with depression also are diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. So it's almost like nowadays the two are going hand in hand. And the problem is that while more and more of us seem to be, you know, being vocal about our mental health, I mean, look at this great conference we're having today, we're just still not getting any better. There was a poll done by the American Psychiatric Association, and it showed that Americans are 40% more anxious today than they were this time last year. That's pretty scary. And for the most part, they're not getting the help that they need, right? And then around the holidays, as we are, for many of us, mental health issues like depression and anxiety are just going to get worse. And there's many reasons for it, like I just touched on in the beginning, but there's also something called seasonal affective disorder that you may have heard of. Some refer to it as SAD. And seasonal affective disorder, it's not actually brought on by the holidays, it's actually brought on by the shorter daylight hours. However, about 12 million people experience seasonal affective disorder every year, and most of them are women. So it's definitely something that is very prevalent in our culture. So that's all really, really heavy stuff, right? But I want to tell you there's so much that we can do. And kudos to you for being here today to learn so many of those tools. So we're, in this talk, going to talk about calming the craziness. And for the purpose of today's talk, I'm going to mostly touch on oils because, honestly, oils is what I primarily use for my mental health. And I believe that it can be so effective for you. So I want to share just some of the things that have worked for me because I know it can work for you as well. So let's talk about oils, okay? So there should be 3 oils that are going to be going around now. Bergamot, Balance, and Elevation. I picked these 3 oils because Balance and Elevation were my first 2 best friends with doTERRA when I first got started, and they were so effective for me. So what I want you to do first, actually, I'm going a little ahead of myself, is when you get one of the oils passed to you, first smell it. Don't put it right on your body, please, because you may not like the oil and then you're stuck with it if it's on you. So once you get one, go ahead and give it a smell. If you really, really like the smell, especially with Balance, which is what I happen to pick up, you can put a drop on your hand and then attention for a lot of people. Or with Bergamot or Elevation, you could put a little bit on your hand, just 1 drop. You don't need a lot, and be careful because some of these drop out a little bit quickly. But you can go ahead and rub it here, and then just do a great big inhale. And it's almost like your own little personal diffuser. You just get to bring it all in. And it will last for a while, and you can keep doing that. and you may get a little bit of a mix of bergamot and elevation, and that's not going to hurt anything. That's going to be wonderful. If you don't like one of the scents, don't feel bad. Just keep passing it right along and go to the next one. But I want to first go ahead, as you're smelling all these, let's talk about these oils, and I'm going to talk a little bit about bergamot first. Now, bergamot is one of these oils that is one of the better studied oils. Lavender, I would say, is the best studied, right? We know so much about how lavender can help us and how lavender is so great with calming. But bergamot is getting some pretty good research in its own right. And they are finding that bergamot is just as effective as the benzodiazepine called diazepam in reducing anxiety levels. That's huge. That is so huge that this little bottle of oil can have the same effects as this prescription medication. And the extra upside of it is this little bottle right here, it's not addictive, right? It's not habit forming. And there's a huge epidemic of addictive substances. Ooh, I couldn't get that out. And so that's why I just am so in love with these oils, because they can be just as effective without having some of the terrible side effects, you know, like dependency. So you can see why I just absolutely loved this oil when it came to my anxiety and panic. This does wonders. Now, it also, as I'm sure you can smell if you've had this one passed around to you, there's a slight citrus smell to it, right? This is a citrus oil. And citrus oils by themselves are just generally uplifting. So I really love bergamot because it brings down those anxiety levels while still kind of bringing you up. It's just a beautiful little magic trick that it does. There's no magic, it's science, but I kind of call it magic tricks. One disclaimer about bergamot that I just want to make sure that you know, though, is that it is photosensitive. And so what that means is if I were to just put this all over my face right now and walk outside and go in the sun for a little while, I can burn anywhere that is. So let's just be smart when we're using bergamot, okay? And all that means is put it inside your neckline area. You could put it on a cotton ball and put it in your bra. You could put it on your pulse points. You know, just be smart. Don't put it on, you know, all over your neck and chest or your face if you're going outside today. Pretty simple, but I just want to make sure that you know about it. So nowadays I use bergamot mostly, you know, I put it first thing on my diffusers in the morning. So I wake up before anyone else does in my house, and I put it in the 2 diffusers we have downstairs, and that helps me have a nice, smooth morning, and it's helping my entire family as they wake up. So it's a win-win for everybody in our family. Sometimes if I want a little bit of a pick-me-up, I will put a couple drops of peppermint in with the bergamot. It just smells great. I like it. You can try it out and see if you like it too. The next oil I want to talk about is Balance. So Balance, like I mentioned, is one of the first oils I fell in love with doTERRA. And Balance is actually not one specific oil. It's a blend of a few different oils, and I'll look at my little cheat sheet right here and tell you what those are. It's spruce, hoe wood, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and frankincense. So those are just the mix of oils in here. And it gives you kind of like a sweet yet woody smell that you could probably pick up on. What I like about Balance is it's not really overpowering. It's kind of one of those oils that can fly under the radar. People may not even know you're wearing it, but you're still really experiencing the benefits that it provides. So give it a try. When I first started using this oil, I would have it right next to my bed, and the minute I woke up, before my feet even hit the floor, I'd put a few drops and rub it into my feet. And then if I wanted to, I'd put it elsewhere. So again, before my feet hit the floor, I was already experiencing that calming and just grounding benefits that this brings. And then, of course, just make sure that you reapply it throughout the day. You know, it will just help lessen those feelings of stress, and it will really help you just feel more and more grounded. If you need some really deep grounding, and I mean this is probably not suitable for work type grounding, I would mix Balance with Serenity, which is another blend that doTERRA has, and that will really just calm you down. Again, you may not be too effective at work afterwards, but it's really going to help calm you down if you know you're just way up here and you need to ground a little bit. Now the third oil, last but not least, is Elevation. And I love the smell of Elevation. It might be one of my favorite scents. This is another blend. It's not just one specific oil. And this is a blend of tangerine peel, lavender, clary sage, Hawaiian sandalwood, ylang ylang, hoe wood, lemon myrtle, and melissa. Some of those oils I'm just so in love with, and Melissa being one of them. Melissa is one of those super effective oils, but they are expensive because it's a little bit harder to source. So it's so awesome that you can get Melissa in this blend. I always was really excited about that. Elevation is called the Joyful Blend, and I think sincerely that's like the best way it can be described because it's just such an uplifting, joyful scent, joyful oil. So you can put it over your heart, your temples, your wrists to elevate your mood. Or after a long day at work or just a long day raising kids, you can go ahead and put it in your bath. Now, oil and water don't mix beautifully, we know that, right? So a little trick that I use is I will put a few drops on my shower wall. So that way when things heat up, it kind of just naturally diffuses. So you can use it like that as well. Now, if you prefer the smell of Elevation over bergamot, then use Elevation the same way in your diffusers in the morning that I was talking about using bergamot. They can definitely be used interchangeably for giving you that great uplifting start to your day. So hopefully you have had the chance, or you will soon, to smell all three of these oils. I want to make sure though that as you're reading these, or as you're going through these, that you're writing them down. So make sure you have a pen and paper out and you're writing it down. You guys are going to be getting so many great tips. You're going to be falling in love with a lot of different oils today. So I want to make sure that you are making kind of your grocery list of the oils that you just have to have. And while you have that pen and paper out, I want to give you a few recipes for some blends that I make that are so powerful, and they smell great, of course, too. So the thing I am, a little disclaimer about blends and recipe making that I'm going to tell you about. It's easy, guys. Don't let it intimidate you. I know when I first started using essential oils and someone mentioned blending oils together, I was like, I'm not there yet, sorry. But let me tell you now, my 7-year-old daughter can do it. So you absolutely can do this, and I'm going to give you the recipes. So all you'll need to do is get some roller bottles. I get these really pretty ones just because I like, I like the pretty bottles. I get those off Amazon. You search 10 milliliter roller bottles, pretty easy, or just roller bottles. They'll figure it out for you. You don't have to know the size. And you have this, you have your oils, and you have some fractionated coconut oil, which don't worry, doTERRA sells too. So you got everything pretty easily. And then all three of these recipes I'm telling you, as long as you have those things together, it'll take you less than 5 minutes to make these blends. So I'm not trying to add more to your plate. I'm really trying to give you some amazing blends that you can use. Because once I found these, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell everyone. And I really did. Like, my sister made a blend that day after I told her about them. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to give you a recipe for, it's called Calm, and this is actually a recipe that I made in aromatherapy school. I had to make a blend for women at nighttime. Now, don't let it fool you, men can absolutely use this too, but that was my assignment, and so I made this diffuser blend. And I don't know why, sometimes we just kind of get stuck in our own heads, but I had never thought of making it into a roller bottle. And just recently I was listening to an essential oil hormone summit, and they started talking about this exact blend that I made for, going to bed at night. And they were talking about making it in a roller bottle. And I was like, oh my gosh, genius. And now I use my roller bottle all the time, and I don't have to only diffuse it at night. So let's go on here. So Calm, what oils you need? 10 drops of bergamot, 20 drops of ylang ylang, and 30 drops of lavender. So you put those three oils, again, 10 drops of bergamot, 20 drops of ylang ylang, and 30 drops of lavender. You put those three oils in here, and then you just fill the rest of it up with fractionated coconut oil. You put on the little roller bottle, and you're good to go. Shake it up every time before you use it. And, again, put it on those pulse points. I think this is a great calming one that's not going to bring you down so much, that you can't work anymore. This one, you can use throughout the day, and it's very calming, but you can still function, which is important, right? And, in all, transparency, I do put a little bit more bergamot in here because I love bergamot. And that's the beauty of these is, oh my goodness, if you don't have a certain oil in these, blends that I'm giving you, then that's okay. Make it with the oils that you do have. Or if you really like one scent more than another, put in a little bit more. Make these perfect for you. That's who they're for. So they will work beautifully if you like them. Because chances are, if you make a blend and you're like, this is disgusting, even if it works, you're not likely to use it, right? So I want you to really tailor these to you and what you like. All right, so next blend, I forget what the woman called it when I was listening to the Hormone Summit. I don't know what their name was, or what they named it, but I looked at the ingredients and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be to like sleep or sedate you. And so me and the kids, we were talking about it and we're like, let's just call it super chill, because that's how you'll be after this one, super chill. And so for this one, it's 20 drops of cedarwood, 20 drops of serenity, and 20 drops of vetiver. So if you know anything about these oils, you know that those are pretty powerful grounding oils. And that's exactly what these oils are going to do for you. They're going to ground you. They're going to calm you. I don't know if I'd operate heavy machinery or go back to work using this one. However, if you're in a very anxious state, maybe panic attack state, I do believe that you can absolutely apply this one and still be working, because it's just going to bring you to a normal level at that point, right? The third one, it does call for quite a few oils, but I love it. This might be my favorite one. And the person who I got this recipe from, she calls it hot mess, which I think is really cute. So this one, you're gonna put in equal parts of wild orange, citrus bliss, balance, serenity, and lavender. Okay, so again, equal parts wild orange, citrus bliss, balance, serenity, and lavender. So you're just going to, however many you want to put 5 of each of those oils in, mix it up with the fractionated coconut oil, see how you like it. If you want to add a little bit more of one of the oils, then go ahead and do that. Again, make this your own. But I love this one because we have some really calming oils like that balance, serenity, and lavender. But then we have those great citrus oils, the wild orange and citrus bliss. So it's just such, I think it's a beautiful smelling blend, and it works beautifully. It just like calming you down, but you feel good because, again, I think that citrus scents really help out with that. All right, so you have now experienced 3 oils, the bergamot, balance, and elevation, and you have 3 awesome recipes. But I'm not done yet. Hold on, I got just a little bit more that I want to tell you about because I think not everyone realizes that these essential oils are also really linked with certain emotions. So remember earlier I said that I was going to talk to you about why you may be really attracted to certain oils and really not attracted to others. We're going to talk about that right now. So it just may be due to the certain emotions that you need to tend to, and sometimes you're ready to attend to them, and sometimes maybe you're not in the place that you need to attend to them. So it's going to work, it's going to look 2 ways. Let me just break it down a little bit more. The first being that you seem really, really attracted to a certain oil, you just can't get enough of it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to look that oil up right here in one of these things. So this is the Emotions and Essential Oils wheel. And so this is the positive side. So all around here, you're just going to find, different positive emotions: grateful, playful, supported, clear boundaries, unashamed. And then you will find the corresponding oil that you should use to go with that. If you want to say like, I really just want to feel more creative, then it says, okay, use the invigorating blend. Now on the flip side of this, it's the negative emotions, okay? So maybe you just can't even think of how you want to feel right now. You just know what you're in. So maybe you are feeling really unforgiving or critical or what are some other good ones? Shy, overworked, pained. And okay, we know, right? We get it. So same thing, you're gonna look at how you're feeling and then look at what oil needs to be brought to your attention. Now you can also do that with this amazing book. So this little guy is like the Cliff's Notes. That's how I think of it. This is gonna get so much more into detail. So, and this works really well if there's just an oil that you're so attracted to and you want to know why, or vice versa. If there's an oil that you're really not wanting, you're going to look it up in here. So, yeah, I just open up to cilantro. So you can see, it first says what that is, what emotion that oil goes with. So with cilantro, it's the oil of releasing control. So let's say you're just like, gosh, I can't get enough of that smell. Why is that? Well, maybe it's because, you are ready to release something right now. It's the time. And this oil is really trying to help you out with that, right? So it says the negative emotions that this addresses: controlling, toxic, obsessive, clinging, worried, trapped. So if you're ready to release those feelings and ready to feel cleansed, liberated, detached, and untroubled, then that's how we're going to work with that. Isn't that amazing? Now, we could put that on the flip side, right, and say, okay, I hate the smell of cilantro. Why? Look it up in here. Maybe you're not ready to release control of something. That's obviously coming up for you. Because if you have such a drastic feeling, one side or the other, really love it, really hate it, that's telling us something, right? So if you just really have a strong feeling of, I don't like this, then maybe you're not ready yet, but it's just telling you, like, look, this is here for you to kind of deal with when you're ready. And so what I would really suggest doing is using this oil sparingly and see what happens. Don't apply it to your body though, okay? Because can you imagine you really don't like the smell of this oil because maybe you're just not ready to release all the way and you just covered yourself in it? It's not gonna work. A lot of times it will bring on such strong emotions that it's just not even gonna be healthy for us to work with. So instead, put a little bit on a cotton ball. Like I said earlier, put a little bit on a cotton ball and put it in your shirt or put it in your purse. So every time you open your purse, you're smelling it a little bit. Something like that. Get creative, but do not put it straight on your body if this is something that you are not attracted to, right? But that's just, a few ideas to, really work with it. All right. Sorry, let me just look at my notes. Okay. So more than anything, with all of this, I'm showing you all these great tools of how you can make blends, how you can look up, what emotions you're experiencing, everything like that. More than anything, I just want you to be curious. Look into why you love oils or why you don't love oils so much. When I found out that bergamot really deals with the whole feeling confident and feeling good enough, that made sense because I was really working on those emotions in my life. And I was obviously in a place where I was ready to work on those emotions. So I knew that was what my body was asking for right then. And your body is giving you clues. It's just up to you whether or not you want to investigate them or not. And I really encourage you to do that. I can honestly say the most difficult thing about essential oils is actually just using them. So many people get these incredible oils and they're so excited about them and then they're just not sure what to do or they just forget to use them. So what I really suggest is integrating these oils into your self-care regimen. And what I mean by that is put these oils wherever you're going to need them, wherever you're going to use them. I have oils in my bathroom, I have oils in my purse, I have oils in my car, I have oils in my kitchen. And they're all the oils that I'm typically going to use in those places. And it's because if I kept them all in a rack somewhere in a beautiful little box, they're not going to be used. Even by me, someone who believes in these darn oils so much, I know they're so effective, but if they're just all trapped away somewhere and I'm not seeing them, I'm not going to use them. And that is typically where people, go downhill with oils where they're like, yeah, I had some, but I just didn't really use them. It's just because they're not in your face. So put them in your face, put them wherever you need them. Because when you use these oils consistently, you are going to get the most dramatic results. And that's really how we're gonna calm the crazy, right? All right, so I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to share a little bit about my journey. And, I hope that you have learned at least one tool that you can use today to calm the craziness in your life and throughout this holiday season, so it can just be a truly enjoyable season for you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that's 2 people now that have said, put the oils anywhere where you're going to use them, right? That's where you're going to get the best results, is by keeping them, like first thing by your bedside table, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, wherever you're going to need them. The book that April was talking about, I have right up here, so I want to do something real quick. What is your least favorite smelling oil?
Cilantro.
Oh, she talked about cilantro. I knew spikenard was going to be it. Guess what spikenard is the oil of? It's the oil of gratitude. So if you don't like the smell of spikenard, you are not ready to be fully grateful yet.
That is so not true.
But if you wanted to come take a look at it, you can take a look in the book right here, and it'll tell you the different things, or maybe you just need to be exposed to it a little bit more and really fully embrace that sense of gratitude, right?
And Steph, where can we get that book?
This book, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it on Oil Life, you can get it on Aroma Tools. There's a lot of different places. I want to say it's like $20. And then you have the little wheel that goes with it too.
Does it come with?
And they're getting ready to have a new one coming.
Yes, there is a new one that's coming out too. There is a combo, or you can buy them separate. Okay. The other one that I think was at the back of the room that Shelley brought was Desiree Mangendog's book, I Am Fabulous.
Yeah.
That is another one that deals with emotions. I mean, when I first started using the oils, it was mostly for their therapeutic benefits. But I didn't realize the emotional power behind these essential oils. And really digging into this book, the Emotions and Essential Oils, and the I Am Fabulous, and she has a second book. What is that one called? I Am Worthy. And those books are absolutely amazing. They have some amazing blends with mantras that you can kind of tell yourself when you're doing your meditations, and all of that self-care as well. So those books are fantastic. Again, Oil Life, Aroma Tools, and you can see them on Amazon. And Desiree Mangendog, who, and I'll mention this again at the end with more details, but she's coming out here to do an I Am Fabulous training. It's an all-day thing. Emily right here is putting it on. It's on the 26th at the end of this month. And so registration will be open. This month? Oh, just kidding. We're still in December. Like, December non-existent. But yes, in January, end of January. So information on registration will be about that. We'll have that more information towards the end. Right now we're going to go ahead and have a 10-minute break. The bathrooms are right, if you go out the door to the right, just down the hall a little bit. There's snacks downstairs. You can come take a look up at the oils. You can put your name on the 200 PD order list. Take a look at some of these books over here. And so we'll be back here at 35. Getting the last couple, sorry, I'm walking farther away. That was my problem. I keep walking away from the podium. I'm not allowed to do that. Sorry. You keep this one. Gotta love logistics. Okay, now we have 9 people. Where are those from? Okay. Oh, these are all the raffle tickets. Where's the little box? Where's everybody? So we'll get the box for all of the raffle tickets at the end. Hey, we are going to start this next section off with prizes. Who likes prizes? Okay, your raffle tickets that you got when you came in, go ahead and grab those out. My fun little Camden is going to bring by the box of all of the raffle tickets when you all got here. I got some fun stuff here, I'm not going to lie.
Steph, do we get extra raffle tickets for certain things?
So, I forgot to tell, yes. Mom, get me the roll of raffle tickets if you could, please. Who here is a Disney cast member? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll give the formers a ticket too. These are fine. These are fine. They're all the same thing. came on the wrong side. Please go in here with this, okay? Okay, so Elena gets an extra ticket. Danielle and Amy get 2 extra tickets because they're current cast members. Barbara gets 2 extra tickets because they're, okay, so yes, I got 3 people that have 2 extra tickets. We're getting our last minute tickets in right now.
Okay, who?
Danielle and Amy right there. Former, okay. So Danielle gets 2, Amy gets 2, Barbara gets 2. Sorry. You're gonna help me pull them out of here.
Trash can's right out here.
Okay. As soon as Mom gets back with the rest of the tickets. Okay. Former cast member. Who's a former cast member? Anybody else? Former cast member.
I got you.
There you go. Did you guys get the former?
Oh, they already got a former.
Mom just gave him one.
Okay. There we go. You already got a former?
Yeah.
No, she's not. Cast members, Disney cast members. Hey, Christine. There you go, right here. In front of you. Okay, no, we're good. Any other former Disney cast members? Those were our... Okay, awesome. Okay, that was just kind of fun. And then if you brought a guest, all of the people, you got your guest, like for bringing a guest, you got your extra tickets when you signed in, right? Okay. Perfect. All right. Camden, go ahead and shake it up. We're going to get started with some giveaways. First thing, something that was sold out. The Brevy diffuser. Okay. You want to take one out? You want to pick one out? Okay, let's see. Who has number ending in 5291? Woo! Molly wins something! There you go. Okay, Camden, get ready for our next one. Go ahead and shake it up a little bit. Here's another one that is sold out. The bracelet and beautiful. Wow. Okay, go ahead and grab one, Camden. And then I'll let you take it out to her. Okay. It is 5305. 5305. 530. No what?
That's okay. Are you listening to your tickets? 5305?
No. Okay. We'll see if that's it. I think we had a little mishap with all of the tickets, so just kidding. Well, let's wait for Stephanie to get her ticket. It's okay. We'll hold on to 5305. We'll remember that one. Okay, we'll hold that one just in case. The next thing that we're going to give away, this little bag. These fun, it's like a grocery bag, but then I put in it a one of those little, like, you know, when you're trying to get the cap off of one of the oil bottles, you know, one of those little tools. Okay, so what's that one? 5223. Woohoo! Go, Christy! Right over here. Oh, I guess I said Camden's gonna go give it to her. You're good. There you go. Okay. Anybody? Stephanie, did you find yours? Okay, that's not the one. Okay, good. So we're gonna go. Okay, this next one here. So this is what we're gonna give away now. 5309. Nothing? 5309? No? What the heck? Okay. 5316. 5316. Are you serious? Okay, next one.
That one should be out in rotation because that's the one after mine.
So who got after? Oh, yeah? No. Going once, twice. Next ticket. 5222. There you go, Blythe. Okay. You guys remember this from last year?
No. Oh, yeah.
It's like a wallet clutch. Amy's got it. It's her favorite thing from last year. This is what came with the beautiful blend last year. Okay. It's how she stays organized. It's got oil roller holders and wallet spaces. 5292. Yay, Becky! Awesome.
then, the long and awaited lava rock diffuser. Okay? Put your good vibes out there for it. Here we go. Here's our winner. 5280. There you go, Lauren. And, oh, look at this. I forgot I even have this under here. Look at this amazing case. Look at that amazing case. On the bottom it holds oil rollers, and then the top you can put whatever you want. Perfect for like a makeup case. You have your oils with it and stuff. This one goes to 5309. Just kidding, it must have gotten put back in there. Let's try that once again. All right, 5264. Oh my goodness, Joy. Okay, and then this amazing oil holder. You can hold almost all of your oils in there. It's perfect for travel for the holidays. This one goes to 5310. Did I already call that one 5310?
No.
Someone's out there yelling.
5310. Somebody yelling outside? 5310?
Yeah. Margaret?
Ah, she's walking out the door. There you go, Margaret. There you go. She called herself a bag lady. Okay, and then it's an ornament diffuser. Ornament diffuser. It's a clay ornament diffuser. Has a little oil bottle in it. 5289. Alrighty. And then I'm just debating on if I wait for these for the end. This book right here, it's by Justin Harrison called Get Off the Bench. This is going to be great if you're a business builder, in any business really. It's a fantastic book. 5317. 5317. Amy, there you go. All right, I'm going to do this one now.
Yeah, good one.
I'm going to do this one. It's a cute little roller and a little silicone thing, but what oil is it, Camden?
Jasmine.
Oh, I love hearing the gasp in the room. Okay, this one goes to 5312. Oh, look at you. You're just a winner today. I don't know if that's fair. I have one really more big drawing at the very end. We'll go ahead and hold off till later. And then don't forget to put in your name for the 200 PV drawing. We're not doing that right now. We're going to finish this up. So, right now, I am going to, besides my family, introduce my oldest friend in the room. Yes, longest friend. We've been knowing each other since high school. And she has decided to join us on this big oily journey. This big oil journey. We love it. But she is going to be talking about daily rituals for simple self-care. And I want to give you a warm welcome to my good friend, Elena Gonzalez.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. She's not a mic girl.
I really don't want to use the mic. I'm going to use my teacher voice and we'll do it that way.
What?
My name's Elena, and Steph introduced the oils to me many, many moons ago, and I thought, these smell really beautiful. They're awesome. But what are they really good for? And so I used them in my house the wrong way for a very long time. And I really didn't discover just how powerful they were until I almost lost my husband. We were following doctor's orders, and he was on a plethora of prescription medications, and I was the one that was giving him his prescriptions, and I had to call 911, and he went to the emergency room, and the doctor came out and said, if you gave him that last dose tonight, he would have gone into organ failure, and that would be it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm following the doctor's orders. How is this even possible? And so Steph had sent me the Essential Life book. So we got home, and we decided that he was done with Western medication. It wasn't working. It was causing more problems. And through that book, I was able to detox him off of all of his medications. And I started incorporating different things into our lives, which is where the On Guard products really come into play. So, Chris, it's the left button, right?
Yeah, and I think you might need the mic.
For the recording. Okay, I sound like Minnie Mouse.
You can use the one at the podium.
No, because I'm on a block.
I don't like being. Okay, so can you hear me still?
Yes.
So, I love documentaries. We're a documentary family at home, and have any of you seen this documentary, Sting, on Netflix? Okay, it is amazing. We're gonna watch a couple of little clips because the teacher and me started really nerding out on what is in our products. Because how many of you used like 5 products to get ready to go this morning? 10, 15, maybe 20, right? Shampoo, conditioner, makeup. We put it on every day. Without question. We just put it on. Oh look, I bought Johnson & Johnson at the store. Here, let me wash my hair with it. Oh look, CoverGirl makeup, right? Let me just put it on my face. And we don't think about what's in those products. I didn't think about it, ever. And then I saw this documentary and I was like, oh my God, right? Okay, so we're gonna watch just a little bit of it.
Found a chemical in there that has been linked to cancer in animals.
That's the good thing about Prop 65, right? It puts the burden and the onus on the manufacturer. So as soon as Coca-Cola has to put a cancer warning on their main beverage, you know, their Coke, then they're going to reformulate the product.
Coke says that there has never been a problem in terms of cancer from this caramel coloring, but they want to make the change to avoid that warning label.
The idea with Prop 65 was that the state of California, once they've identified that something causes cancer or birth defects, you're required to warn people before you expose them to it. And it has had an impact. If you have to put that warning on a consumer product, and there's another product that doesn't have a warning, that actually has an impact.
I think if companies had to list what's in the products, it would change the industry. Because once consumers know what's in the bottle, they start changing what they buy.
Suddenly, manufacturers imagined a doomsday scenario where consumers actually knew what chemicals were in their everyday products.
Shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, toothpaste, moisturizer, hand sanitizer. Like you pick up a product and you don't really even think about that you're using yet another product. And each one of those products has 15 or 20 synthetic chemicals. Your body burden's enormous. You know, you're just dumping all this toxic stuff into your bloodstream. We find known human carcinogens, chemicals that cause reproductive harm, hormone disruptors. Are they safe? Absolutely not. They say it's just low levels of any given toxic chemical. Just a little bit of carcinogen in the baby shampoo, a little bit of lead in the lipstick. But those low levels are adding up every single day.
But instead of reformulating to make safer products that could cost a little more, the industry opened up a new front on the war on cancer. But this wasn't a fight to get carcinogens out of products. It was a fight to keep them in.
Oh my God, right? How scary is that? So we all know that when we take a prescription or even Advil, it has a shelf life in our body. Even though we can't feel the effects of it, it'll stay in our system sometimes, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. How long have you been using a product that has toxins in your house? Every day. So when he went through this huge detox, it took him 3 months to really come off of all of the medications, to get them out of his system. And I didn't want to continue to put toxins into his system, into our children's system, into my system. So I'm not gonna lie, I have boys. And they're not easily persuaded to put oils on their bodies every day. I'm not gonna lie. It was a fight. And sometimes mama doesn't want to fight with them, so I just said, ooh, I'm gonna make switches. And I'm not gonna tell you about these switches. You just kind of have to deal with it because I'm the one that does the shopping. So, right? Let's be real. Oh wait. So the first one I want to talk about is the cleaner concentrate. This is what I started with. I make my kids do chores. I know, don't tell. I'm the mean mom. And they have to do chores. Well, my middle son, he was my youngest at the time, his skin would break out. He would get these awful hives on his body. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And he's like, so I can't do chores anymore, right, Mom? Look, I have bumps on my hand. I can't do it. And I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. So we started with the cleaner concentrate and 2 capfuls. And I filled the rest with water. And I said, here, go to town. Go clean your bathroom. Let's see how well it works. Let's make it an experiment. And he came downstairs. He was so proud. He was like, Mom, it's all clean. It's all done. And look, he showed me his hands. They didn't smell like chemical. I didn't have to air out his bathroom or his bedroom, right? And it worked so well. I was trying to find the before and after picture because he had a bathroom in his bedroom at 10 years old, but whatever, we'll bypass that. And the toilet had a bunch of hard water stains in it, and those are so hard to get out. Cleaner concentrate. A little bit of elbow grease from an 8-year-old, and it looked a million times better. So just changing this one product, I was able to get rid of Lysol, Comet, the scrubby tub, scrubbing bubbles, guys, just with this one bottle. And it's what, 14 cents, 2 capfuls and water, and that was it. Now I add like lemon or wild orange, but you don't have to. And it's an all natural product. I don't have to worry. And it's safe not only for our family, but also for our furry friends, because my boys love animals beyond anything else. They love those animals. So all of this information is straight from the website. Why reinvent the wheel, right? This is what the experts say. I know it works. And I know that I'm not putting toxins into my family. After almost losing my husband, never again. Never again. So that's where we started. And I thought, well, if the cleaner works this well, let's try the laundry detergent.
Right arrow. Try the right arrow.
Okay, so this is where you really see the teacher side of me come out, and I apologize. So I wanted to look at the ingredients after watching the Stink documentary. I kind of watched it a couple of times because there's so much great information in there. And I wanted to see what exactly do we have in our laundry detergent. Here's the big thing that I want to point out. This is all from the back of the On Guard laundry detergent. It's, what, 2 bullet points, really. Yeah? 2. You're going to see why I'm making such a big deal about that in just a second. But everything is all natural. And when I got to this one, I was like, why do we have enzymes in our laundry detergent? Why is that important? I didn't know. I'm not a science major. I had no idea. And Blythe already covered the proteins, and I'm probably saying them wrong. Whatever they are, right? They're in the Terrazyme. Why are they in our laundry detergent? So, I did a little bit of research. Okay, I did a lot of research. The rabbit hole is really big for this stuff, I just have to say. So, I found this awesome article on livestrong.com. And this is why we have these enzymes in our laundry detergent. Enzymes are also useful in cleaning. The proteins eat odor and stain-causing bacteria, a feat normally accomplished with synthetic chemical cleaners. So these are found naturally in our environment, and doTERRA, because they are amazing, they put them in our laundry detergent. Now, other brands claim that they have these proteins, but when tested, it's less than 1% of their ingredient. So it really doesn't do anything. But because it's in there, they get to put it on their list. Now, note it 2 bullet points. 2. I used to use Tide. Here you go. Now, this isn't even all of the ingredients in Tide. If I listed all of the ingredients, it would have been 3 full slides of just ingredients. Why? I did some more research.
Is that me?
No, I'm not moving.
Okay. But a lot of these are not, they're known as toxins for humans. They're linked to illnesses and we're still using them. What? So this one right here, it says fragrance. And do you know why they get away with not putting in the exact thing that they make it smell pretty? Do you know why? I was amazed. I found this out with the Stink documentary. This is considered a trade secret. They don't have to tell us what's in it. It's a trade secret. I'm sorry. No. Trade secret, my foot. Right? This is not fair. How can you say that this is okay? And customers continue to buy them. And Johnson & Johnson, SC Johnson, the big baby they have products that we use on our babies and it leads to cancer. What? So I switched to On Guard long before I found the Stink documentary. I made the switch. My son doesn't have, because he's very sensitive with his skin. No allergic reactions, no bumps, no nothing. It's awesome. And I'm adding a protection for them. In my mind, I like to think that the On Guard creates a bubble around them and their skin. Because we have chemicals in our clothes. What? Are you kidding? We have chemicals in our clothes. So it's my way of protecting them and taking care of them and myself by using something that is pure and it puts a bubble between my skin and my clothes. Their skin and their clothes. Because I can't figure out right now how to come up with different clothes. I'm not that skilled yet. Maybe one day, but I'm not that crafty either. I can't sew, so I don't know what to do. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay. Okay, good. Oh, I forgot my thing. I have a gift for you guys at the very end. For one person, only one. Don't get greedy. Okay. So I'm slowly integrating these things because again, I have boys and they're so hard to convince to put the oils on every freaking day. Nothing against them. I love my boys. They're amazing. I just had a 3rd boy, so I'm completely a boy mom. So I started using the hand soap. I used to hate to wash my hands, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say it. I hated washing my hands, especially at like fast food places or the gas stations, because I felt like my hands smelled like the gas station for the rest of the day, right? The soap that they use in there is crap. So I thought, well, the cleaner works awesome. The laundry detergent is amazing. Why am I not using their soap? It took me a little while. I'm slow.
I'm slow.
I am a little bit slow. And you know, the pocketbook has to come with me as I make this change. Which is okay because it's more than worth it. But sometimes, you know, you gotta pinch little pennies. Pinch a little pennies, right? So this soap doesn't dry out your hands. And it has this citrusy, spicy aroma that's just like, yeah, right? Makes me excited. I got so excited about the hand soap that there's a restroom right outside my classroom at school. And so I put hand soap in there because I didn't want to use the school's powdery white or powdery pink hand soap, right? The gross granular, oh. And so now the teachers all get to use the hand soap. I don't care. They're cleaner, I'm cleaner, and we're all healthy now. Yes? Who wants to take sick days for being sick? Not me. I'm going to take a sick day. I want to go out and have a good time. Right? Let's be real. Come on.
A teacher was supposed to come that I work with, and I pulled my kid from school on Monday, I'm not gonna lie, on a sick day, so that we could go buy our Christmas tree and decorate for Christmas.
Yes.
That's how we spend our sick days. Because I switched products, I really do believe that. Because before, we were getting sick all the time. All the time. Okay, so hand soap, amazing. You have to have it in your home. I have it on the kitchen sink and all of the bathrooms. And you know what? Not only am I washing my hands, but my kids kick me now out of the way when the soap is gone in the bathroom so that they can come and wash their hands. Because they like the way it smells. The hand sanitizer, which is what I have, is another thing. Because this thing is amazing. Not only for your hands, but for your diaper tables when the baby has a diaper blowout and you don't know what to do and you don't have anything available. Hand sanitizer. Why? Because it was in my diaper bag. And so I just cleaned the changing area with the sanitizer. It's that good. So I have a free one at the very end. Someone lucky is going to get it. I know you guys are excited. Okay. Questions? Yes, ma'am. God, I hope I can answer.
Kids go with the soap, and if you don't dilute it, you're out of it really soon, but it's something nice and bubbly if it's strong.
Yes.
What do you do?
Okay. Honestly, I put masking tape around it so it's hard to pump more than once. I am a penny pinching mom. We are on a teacher's salary. So mama don't play. So that's what, and I think I changed it recently to the black tape. What's the black tape?
Electrical?
Electrical tape.
So like
Around, you know how I don't have a picture of the dispenser, but you know how the dispenser goes in? Put it around that place because you can only push it once. Because my middle one now, he wanted it to be all foamy and pretty, and I was like, dude, this is not bubble time, come on. Once, you're done. Because you don't need more than that, right? With the oils, you don't need a lot, even with the detergent, or even with the products, so a little goes a long way. I do laundry every day. Every day. Every day. And I am also the mom that taught her children how to do laundry as soon as they could reach the washer, right? Now, you don't need a lot. So my laundry detergent, even though it's only 64 loads, I don't need a lot. And most of the time, the baby doesn't have a full load, so I can use less. And I'm not having to buy it every month. So I stagger, right? My product order so that it doesn't hit my pocketbook. But I know Amy's going to talk about doing this on a budget because you want to have these things in your home. I kid you not. Life changing. You don't want to use your sick days for being sick. You want to go out and live your life. So, and you know, the other thing about the On Guard hand sanitizer, more kids, it blows my mind. My school district gives the teachers the big Purell hand sanitizer, you know, and more kids end up being sick during the year because it's not doing anything for them. No. At all. Yes. No. So when they want to go and spray, especially if I really like the kid, you know, some kids I'm not a huge fan of, let's be real. But the ones that I really like, I'm not gonna lie, some kids are, you know, but certain ones, especially if I'm comfortable with them and their parents, and I know that their parents use oils, I will let them use my On Guard hand sanitizer. And sometimes they see it and they're like, can I have that one? Okay. But they're usually at school most of the time because when we're using the oils and we're arming our families with the products, we don't get sick. And if we do, we knock it out super fast, which is amazing. Okay. Any other questions? No. Okay, this one, dudes.
Yes.
This summit is self-care, and being a mom, I'm not good at self-care. I put my kids, my husband, they are all above me. Case in point was, I went to the dentist in June of this past year, and they measure your gums now. They never used to do that. So my dentist goes, oh, your numbers are 3 and 4. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. I have no clue what she was talking about. And she goes, no, it's out of a scale of 5. Those are not good numbers. I said, well, what's going on? Your gums are receding. What? How do they recede? What can I do? There's nothing you can do. But later on down the road, you're going to get gum disease. Awesome. Great. Are you kidding me? So I go home, and I felt so helpless in the chair, like, oh my God, this is why I don't come to the dentist right now. Because if I don't know, then nothing's wrong. So I go home, and again, I turn to my book. What can I use for gums receding? And what's the first thing on there? The protective blend, of course. Well, I'm already brushing my teeth with the toothpaste, which doesn't foam, by the way. And if the kid swallows it, it's not the end of the world. Like with the Colgate paste, I was always paranoid that the baby was going to swallow it. He's not a baby anymore. He's 13. He's not a baby anymore. But I made the switch to the toothpaste, and everyone loved it. So, okay, great. So now I started just massaging the On Guard oil into my gums. And then I went to convention, thanks to my friends, and they released the mouthwash, and I started incorporating the mouthwash. Well, I had to go back to the dentist, and she measured my gums again, and she goes, your numbers are at 2s and 3s now. Really? I thought you said that there was nothing I could do about that. She goes, well, what'd you do? And so I told her, and she looked at me like I was a crazy person. But this is the only thing that I added. I added massaging the oil into my gums and the mouthwash. I don't know. Yes, ma'am.
I had the same exact thing happen to me. I was at 4s and 5s, and she wanted me to consider gum surgery. I went back and I changed to the toothpaste after getting a sample from Steph. 6 months later, I went for my cleaning. I was at 1s and 2s.
Oh, happy day, right?
Yeah. I was like,
oh,
surgery?
Happy day. Who has time for surgery, right?
You don't have time for the dentist.
And I have to go back. It's like they find problems. I'm convinced they find problems just so that you have to return. Anyways, I'm so glad that I have hope. I thought 2s and 3s was as good as I could go, so now I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on doing it. These 2 things, amazing. When my husband, he was on a total of 15 different types of psychotropic medications. 15. Plus Valium, Xanax. I don't know if I'm allowed to be saying this. I don't know. His teeth were atrocious. They were breaking down his enamel. It was awful. He went to the dentist. He goes frequently because I make the appointment. I crack myself up sometimes. And now his teeth are stronger. Like, the proof is in the pudding. Why wouldn't you switch? So they may not put on the oils every day. When they tell me that they're starting to get sick, Mama's there with, okay, well, let's do it whether you like it or not. We're going to do it. But using these products allows them, without them knowing, to be protected. It's my way of protecting them, taking care of them, which then allows me to take care of them. Blythe already went over these, but they really are a bomb. And our gut health is so important. I go back to my husband a lot because the poor man, I feel it's awful. He went to the doctors because of his gut. He was having anxiety in his gut. And instead of really looking at anything else, they just started writing prescriptions. Yep. It made it worse. It made it worse. For 4 years, it was absolute hell. There's no other way to explain it. He now takes these twice a day. And it's kind of funny to see him and my middle son argue about, when they start to get low. They're like, well, it's mine. No, I need to take them because I'm the older one. But it's all about the gut health. Our gut is attached to our emotions. When it's out of whack, bad things happen. Bad things. Be preventative. I won't say anything more, but these are amazing. Get them in your house, like now. Put them in your order, like right now. No joke. And they're like, what, 13, 14, 15? Oh. They're not super expensive at all, and they're more than worth it. Yes, ma'am?
5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. Oh, dang, sorry. Okay, Milo to Max. This is amazing. It is your 2 p.m. pick me up for caffeine. But did you know that this is also hugely beneficial for growing pains? My oldest son, the summer before his senior year, he grew about 4 to 5 inches. He was in so much pain, and he would sleep all the time. To the point where he was sleeping through his second half of the day. So periods 4, 5, and 6, I was getting phone calls from the teachers, your son is falling asleep in class. Because he was growing so much. I didn't want to tell him, hey, go get a Monster, get a Red Bull. That's not healthy. So I turned to Milo to Max and I told him, I said, let's just try, take him with lunch, see how you feel. Let's just see what happens. He came home, he was like, Mom, I was able to stay awake and I was able to go for my 3-mile run because he was doing training for the LA Marathon at the time. So he was able to get through the day as opposed to, he thought he was going to have to drop out because he was too tired. Growing pains, this is amazing because with growing pains comes fatigue and sleepiness. Add this to your LLV order. You get it cheaper. Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay.
Elena,
yes.
CVS's Junior is 81 cents per little thing.
Are you kidding me? 81 cents?
30 hours.
Dudes. Come on. And it's like candy. You feel like you're eating candy. Super fun. Reminds you of your childhood. Okay, finally, final thoughts. Again, from the Stink documentary. I strongly recommend you all watching it. That way you know that I'm not blowing smoke up your tush. Okay, here we go.
We know that chemicals are contributing to the cancer incidence in this country, to the incidence of learning disabilities, to the incidence of infertility, and if you could restrict the chemicals that contribute to it, you're taking a hunk out of the suffering of chronic disease in this country. You're taking some amount of it down, and that's a worthy goal.
If we actively screened these chemicals for their potential health effects, we could do so much right away. We're talking probably about 1 to 2% of all chemicals in wide commerce that are of greatest concern.
I think for some families, the wake-up point is when someone becomes sick. And it's why it really takes a holistic approach where we're making different personal choices, companies are doing a better job, and we're getting better policies in place.
It's just amazing how much difference we can make by not taking this stuff in our own home. And it's great common sense to exercise precaution. I mean, how can you not? Once you learn this, you can't unlearn it.
I believe this is a fight that we're going to win. It's the direction that many companies are already going.
I think to get people to wake up is getting out as much information as we can. And as long as we can hit critical mass, then change happens.
So who is this happy couple, right, on the screen? This is the gentleman that created the documentary. His wife got sick, and 6 days later she was dead. And so as a single dad of 2 beautiful girls that are on this documentary, he ordered a pair of pajamas. And they were shipped to his home, and he opened them up, and he was like, oh my God, what is that smell? I know you've all done it. I've done it. Like, oh my God, why does it smell so bad? And that's what led him down this rabbit hole. There are chemicals in our clothes that we buy, and they don't have to be disclosed to us because they are trade secrets. doTERRA is transparent. They're a company that I can trust and order these products. Keep your family safe. Keep your family healthy, because then it keeps you healthy and you can take your sick days for fun days, because no one wants to be sick. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Oh, do we want to use the raffle box?
Sure.
Ooh, go ahead and pull it out, and Camden will take it to whoever's going to get it. She's like right on the ball. She's like, I want to help, Mom. This is Camden. She's my 10-year-old.
Okay, are you ready? 3, 9, or no, I'm sorry, 4,
5, 2.
5, 2, 6, 3.
Yay! Go ahead and give it to Grandma. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much, Elena. Like, who was, like, eyes were opened on that thing? I'm going to go watch that documentary for sure.
I have one question.
Okay, yes. So, yes.
Okay, so, thinking about all of that with our laundry detergent, and I already have the hand soap pump, what about our dishwashers?
So there's actually a DIY on doTERRA's, I think it's on doTERRA's, that has a dishwashing, like that has like baking soda and those types of things that you can add the oils into, like a DIY thing, but they don't have, I'm hoping they come up with some.
So the concentrate on the back has a recipe for your dishwasher.
It does now, it didn't used to.
It's $14 and you use a tablespoon.
Laundry soap?
No, the first thing, the cleaner
The cleaner concentrate. So it's $14.50. It ends up being like super cheap per
use a
bottle.
tablespoon for something, and so you use like 2 tablespoons per dishwasher.
Okay.
On that note, I totally forgot, and while they're talking, if any of you have small children that like to stain their clothes, don't go out and buy the stain remover. When your cleaner concentrate is almost gone, fill it up with water and douse the stain, and it comes out.
Awesome.
I found that out the hard way. So don't go spend money on something else. Just use, it's when the cleaner is almost gone. Sorry.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so next we're going to be hearing about Pampering is Possible. And we're going to be passing out a couple of DIYs that you're going to do for yourself. So some people may think like doing things on your own are very difficult and time consuming. But Lauren here is our DIY queen. Whatever I was trying to find out, you know, somebody, Pampering is Possible. Who do I talk to? And everybody was like, Lauren would be amazing at this. Fantastic. So Lauren it is. So she's going to talk a little bit about how pampering is possible for you, how simple it can be to do things yourself. And then we're going to be passing out some things, so she's going to walk you through how to make your own bath salts. Yes, ma'am.
And you can follow her at The Pure Essential on Instagram.
The Pure Essential, Essentials or L? Essential, The Pure Essential on Instagram. Perfect. So welcome, Lauren.
Danny. I did.
Stop it.
She's going to turn me off. Okay. So she's only got 10 minutes. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right. So I love this topic. I was
doesn't matter. I'll do it.
No, they're not done.
So while she's getting ready, everybody just grab one of those bottles.
All right, that's working now, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll just try to stand here. I hope I don't go off on tangents. I really am not going to try not to, but I seriously love talking about this. It's so fun for me, and I know there are two types of people. There's the DIYers who look at stuff like, oh, I can totally make that, and then there's the other half that look at it and they're like, someone can make it for me, but I'm just not doing it, and I get it. That's why I think I give so many things to people, because I always want everyone to have it. But really quick, before I forget, again, I was loving the fact when we were hearing about all the on-guard stuff for oral health. I'm also a hygienist. I've got to throw a little bit in there. I'm totally the bearer of bad news for people with your pockets need some help. Are you flossing? Blah, blah, blah. So before I talk about pampering yourself with like oils, let me talk about taking care of you really quick with your on-guard. And I'm actually no longer working as a hygienist. I'm doing dietary as my full-time gig now, well, on top of being a mom. But I wish every single one of my patients would have on-guard in their homes. And every time I would take those measurements of people, not even half of the people you get through are like, good job, what are you doing at home? Your oral home care looks great. Most of the time, there's always an area we've got to work on. And it's very typical of certain areas. But I want to tell you guys, use your on-guard for oral health. Use it every single day. Even if your teeth are great, even if you think you don't have any gum problems, get it in there. Like they were saying with the on-guard mouthwash that we have, use it. And when you're flossing, a trick that I tell you, no one has ever been like, oh, I already do that, I know. Everyone looks at me like, what? Is get your floss, get a drop of on-guard, put it in between your fingers, put your on-guard on your floss, because what you're supposed to be doing is flossing down below the gum line. That's where your problems start. It's not a... What was that?
Genius.
It's brilliant, right? Like, and it's so easy. It's you keep a bottle of on-guard in your bathroom, because if it's not in your bathroom, I guarantee you, you already don't want to floss. So you're not going to go downstairs, grab your on-guard, bring it up, and then floss. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't even do it. So keep a little bottle, maybe an almost empty bottle or something. Keep a little one by your sink, wherever it is. Put a little bit drop on there, because when you're flossing, the goal is to get down below your gum line. It's a lot of people floss like you put pepper in your teeth. You're gonna floss right where that little pepper is, and you're gonna get right up and pop out. Flossing's done in 30 seconds. No, you're not getting the problem. The problem is down below the gum line. That's where gum disease starts, and that's how people lose teeth. So that's all I've got for the oral stuff. I mean, I can tell you guys, I can go off on tangents, but that's my #1 tip. Oh yeah, go for it. Oh, sorry, right behind you first. Kids use. It depends on how old they are. I mean, they totally can. It's safe for them. My kids are so particular on like spicy, so they're not good. My kids won't do it. I have a 6 and a 4-year-old though. If yours are older, I would try it.
Still need yeah, they still use the kid toothpaste.
So do mine. And I mean, I don't like the fact that they do, but they do.
So my daughter uses the On-Guard. So On-Guard toothpaste, my kids totally use it. My 10-year-old and 6-year-old. Yeah.
But I didn't know if there was a
Tell them it's for
reason why
Christmas
they
because
use
it's got cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like if they still made like a fluoride and kid toothpaste.
Oh yeah, no, all my kids that's another topic. That's not, I don't even know. Honestly, I'm so torn on that. The doTERRA toothpaste is no fluoride in there, so you have that. And they say that we don't need it anymore because we have it in our drinking water. We're all getting too much of it anyways. I don't drink drinking water. My kids don't drink tap water, so they're not getting it. The toothpaste they use does have fluoride. When I was a hygienist, I would give fluoride treatments to kids. I mean, I've just seen how well it works for patients who have, say, cancer radiation. They have no more saliva. Their mouth, it's just rampant decay, and they can't do anything about it. So, telling topics, I'm telling you, I've got to stay on topic here.
It is safe to use for children.
It is safe.
Oh, just
and
kidding.
there was one more question.
I was just gonna say that like my parents were so good at every 6 months to the dentist. Like I didn't have my first cavity until I was 23, which is incredible because I eat candy like it's going out of style. But I literally was not taught how to floss properly until 2 years ago.
It's crazy, right?
And
Like,
she, my dental hygienist, was so rough. I mean, in a good way, because I wasn't properly flossing, going down 3 times on each side of the tooth. Like, I had never been taught. So I'm just saying, I feel like that's not really
yeah,
the
like
thing,
it's
so this
not
is awesome.
abnormal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever had someone be like, no, I know how to floss. Like, and then if I have them show me, okay, well, show me how you're flossing real quick while I get this set up. They don't think I'm like focused on them. No one has ever gone below the gum line. It's just, you don't know. And I learned it for the first time in hygiene school. I was mind blown that day. I was like, it doesn't hurt. And sure enough, it does not hurt. You will feel that natural stop right there, and you'll know where to stop. But that's where all the bacteria is that is causing that gum disease, that's eating away the structures that hold your teeth to your bone. So that's a little tip, totally off topic, but I had to add it because I loved it. After coming up for that one, I had to do it. But anyway, so back to us and pampering as possible. I think I did kind of get asked to do this too, and I loved it because I have 3 little kids, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a little boy, 2-year-old, who's just out of control. There is no like downtime with him. I can't take my eyes off of him. daytime, like you'd think there is no option of self-care. Like self-care is just out the window. And in fact, it was my New Year's resolution last year, it was to self-care. Just put an effort into self-care. Because as a mom, you know, we all, even if you're not a mom, just being a woman, I feel like we're caretakers and we take care of everybody around us before ourselves. And if it's not even like, if we're way down on the list, if we even make the list, when do we ever get to the bottom of the list? Because the list just keeps on growing. So I think it is really important that we do take some time, even if it's a little bit here and there, to take care of ourselves. And I know self-care for me might look totally different than self-care for the next person. And I was going to give you guys an example of like what it is for me to kind of get you guys thinking about you. What is it for you? So you can kind of identify it and work towards it some days. Maybe not even every day. So I was cracking up last night as I'm like kind of prepping for this, getting all of our outfits ready because it's a really busy weekend. It was just part of like prepping. And I'm trying to take a shower and I think I sneak upstairs quietly. And it's not even like a real shower. It's just the like, I already washed my hair again 2 days ago, so I'm like, I'm not doing my hair again, I'm not curling it again. It's a quick shower. A little one finds me, jumps in the shower with me. I'm like, okay, real quick, we'll take a quick shower. So I'm barely washing myself. He's down here saying, no, my turn with the water. So my shower is super fast. And I'm cracking up like, pampering is not possible every single day. It is just not. And then as I'm trying to blow dry, or not blow dry, that was the other day, blow dry my hair, he's pulling things out, trying to plug it into the, I'm like, nope, okay, blow dry hair tomorrow. So hair goes in a bun. It's just, pampering's not always possible, okay? But it can be. And I think for me, if I had like the perfect day of just a little bit of self-care to start out with, here's what it would look like for me. It would be, I wake up, I go downstairs, take my vitamins, do a little oil routine, start drinking my like green mandarin water, which it's kind of replaced lemon these days, I hate to say, but it kind of has, which is huge for me because I'm a lemon girl. And then I'm gonna head out for a run. I'm gonna run out for about 2 to 3 miles, not much. It's like 20, 30 minutes max because I'm not a fast runner. I come back, I'm gonna but before I even come back and take a shower, I'm just gonna rub some deep blue and lemongrass on my knees because I love running. My knees do not agree with me, but I'm stubborn, I'm not gonna give it up, so I'll be crippled soon. But then after that, I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm gonna take a real shower. I'm going to wash my hair. I'm gonna drop a little shower melt in the corner with my eucalyptus in it, so I smell like I don't have one of those shower diffusers yet. I am going to fully exfoliate with my little exfoliating scrub that I've made. I've got all my doTERRA products, my hair shampoo, conditioner. I get out, I've got my glow serum that I've made, you know, which that makes me feel like $1,000,000 because I know I've got oils like Yarrow Palm in it, I've got blue tansy. I mean, you guys, I totally replaced like all expensive face stuff now with oils, but just using it makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. And then once I do that, you know, after that, I get my either roller, it's gonna be either Magnolia and Jasmine, which I love for like morning time, that's my perfume, or I'm thinking it's gonna be my Super Calm roller. And like, I go downstairs and that's it. All I did, but I come down so recharged, refreshed, and also like grateful to my husband because he gave me that time just to go run, watch the kids, I'm gonna take a shower, give me time to like blow dry my hair, do all that stuff. Self-care is time for me. Like, just give me time mentally. I think sometimes we just need that time of quiet, peace. I can't tell you how many times I hear, Mom, 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 before I can even say what. And I'm like, what? Yeah, what? Mom, Mom, what? And it's like, they don't even know. I think it's a habit just to say Mom. So just the quiet is it's self-care. But I know for a lot of you, as I lost you probably when I said I'd go for a run, there's probably a lot who are like, that's not what my self-care looks like. And that's totally okay. Like, we're all so different, but that would 100% make me just, my day would be on a whole different level now versus those mornings where I wake up. My kids wake me up, actually, and they're fighting, and they're arguing. I make my coffee. I don't get to drink it. It's on the counter for 3 hours before I even remember I had coffee. We already have to be somewhere. Like, the mornings will start out so different. But I think if we just take the time to just set out a little, like, think about it first. Think about, like, what would self-care be to me, and make it happen. And a lot of times I know this time of year, it's asking a lot because our days are so full, our weekends are so full. But it's so important because we can't fully give to the people in our lives if we're running on empty. And I've actually had to tell my husband that. I think it was last month was a weird month for me. And he would ask, like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with you? And the best way to describe it was, I'm running on empty. Like, I'm just empty right now. And he was like, what? Like, the guys have no idea what that means. Like, they don't know how to help. They don't know how to fix. And he was like, what do you need me to do? And I'm like, I just need some time, like, for myself. And even when I do get that little run here and there, which it's not every day, it's once in a blue moon now, that 30 minutes of just time to think for myself. You can throw one of your podcasts in your earbuds. Usually my kids take my earbuds, so I have no idea where they are half the time. That's okay. I will eat, sometimes like I like to pray a lot, and when I'm praying, when I'm running, it's me, a lot of times I'll start praying, you know, pray for this, but then I get very thankful, and it's the little things. It turns around to thank you for these legs that allow me to get out here and run, the lungs that allow me to breathe deep enough to run, like my eyes to see what's all around me, little things I take for granted, the sunsets. Little things like that turn your attitude around so fast. And there you go. That's self-care too, because you just changed your mental aspect of how you look at things. And then when I get back, I'm telling you, my husband has no idea. Those 30 minutes made me so grateful to him. Like, thank you so much for giving me that. Like, my patience, that was like below zero. I'm good. I can walk in, the kids can be arguing, and it's like, I'll get on their level and we'll talk it out versus me being like, figure it out. I have no idea what to do anymore. You guys argue way too much. Like, that's me sometimes, because my girls are just, at 6 and 4, they're into the same exact things, which means we have to have like 2 of the same exact things, or they argue. My 4-year-old especially, she'll walk by our playroom where my 6-year-old's playing and just lose it. And I'm like, what happened? No one touched you? No one did anything? I was thinking about that toy. That's the one I want. I was thinking about it. And that is a legit meltdown. Like, we have to walk through it. We gotta talk through it. So days like where I've had it up to here with things like that, 20, 30 minutes is all I need. So that's just like me mentally, how I get out of it. But having the oils, and having these oils and knowing that what I can use with them and what they're doing for me, like, why would I not want to implement them every day? The health benefits, the emotional benefits, I think that's why it's so fun for me, and that's why too I gift these out to people so much. I'm always making bath salt or sugar scrubs or rollers for people. I mean, I give rollers out like candy because I know what they can do for us, and I want everyone to have that with them too, because especially if a friend mentions like the stress or the headaches or this and that, I know how it takes away from my own family. So I want to give that to them to basically uplift them for their own families, because it trickles out to all of us. So basically I am here to kind of walk you guys all through how to do it yourself. And I love that because there are probably a handful of us in here who are not the DIYers, who are like, they wouldn't do it for themselves if we weren't doing it today. So I love it. You're gonna get your hands on the oils, you're gonna get your hands on the salt, you're gonna get your hands on everything, and you're gonna go home with something you made, and you're gonna see how easy it is. So we'll do that, but first, I actually wanted to show you guys. Don't worry about it. They make pretty gifts too, but I think I just love how pretty things are too. That makes me want to do it a lot. So bath salts we're gonna do. One of the things I love to do is exfoliating sugar scrubs. And these I've given a lot as gifts recently. But I will pick and choose oils based on each person or myself. But this one I love, and I always come back to it because it smells good. But I mean, frankincense and copaiba, like, let's talk about the skin benefits of those. Like, so once you have your oils and you experiment with them and you know what they're doing for you, how could you not like look for time in your day to kind of put them on yourself, basically? So definitely, I love to throw these two in there. Yarrow Palm, I mean, I'm gonna have to start putting that one in everything. No weed, that is like, I don't know if it's compliant, but I would call it Fountain of Youth. Like, it's just, it's incredible from the inside out. But when you put it on the outside and you just like kind of stare at yourself as you do it, I'm like, are those little backs going away? Like, I always want to watch that stuff. Let's see, this would be my like super calm roller that I made for my little tantrum tamer, but I end up using it on myself more often. I would put 10 and so speaking of the girl that on the video, she put like 10, 20, 30 drops. I think, I don't know, that's a bit much for me, but everyone's different, so what I'm gonna give you might not be the same. I would do 10 drops of Balance, 10 drops of Copaiba, 10 drops of Wild Orange, and about 3 to 5 drops of vetiver. Vetiver is, when I'm talking to new people, that's the knock you out blend. Like, it is so good for sleep. But it's so good, like Balance grounds our anxious feelings and those feelings of anxiety and stress and when you're overwhelmed. Like, I take it like when I'm feeling that like high blood pressure, like when you feel your pulse in your body because you're so stressed out right now, that's when I get my Balance, and I just inhale it 3 or 4 times. You go on with your day, before you know it, it's over. Am I going over? Okay, anyways, let's go moving on. A bath salt one I like to do, it just smells so feminine, grapefruit and ylang-ylang, but we're gonna do different ones today, but that's just my idea. And then the glow serum, this is what I use every single night now. I have 10 drops of all of those, so we're running out of time, so if anyone has their phone, snap a picture of that real quick.
We'll send it out in the,
Oh yeah, it's gonna go in the email.
in your email, yep.
Okay.
We'll have that sent out.
Where do you buy your rose hip? Online, on Amazon?
Amazon, yeah. Yeah. Oh, back up? I don't know how to do that.
We'll send it out in the email.
I'll tell you, I'll share it. And then this is just a little picture of what I have in my own bathroom, just to show you I keep it where I can see it. My aroma touch was in my lotion, I've got yarrow on my hydrating cream, I use my mud mask once a month, also in the armpit. But then back here too, you can see the stuff like, I just want it all with me. I'm not going downstairs to grab that stuff. I think that might be it. Perfect. So now, let's get to you guys. So in front of you in the blue tubs, you all have Epsom salts, and I think everyone should have all of your little glass jars together, right? Okay. You're gonna get a little scoop of that with your cup. Did they give you a little cup inside there? Okay, perfect. So you don't need much, just one scoop. We'll pass the salts down. And then, oh yeah, then we'll be passing.
Yeah, you guys can turn around and try to get it. You can dip the whole jar in yourself or use the little cups to fill it up. Just basically fill up the glass jar.
And you said one all the way up?
We'll just fill the jar up.
Fill the jar. 1.5 maybe it'll take. And then when you're done, every row, pass it back, because the ones behind you don't have it yet.
Can I make a bath salt?
You can make it when you get back.
And then once you've done that, there should be a little cup of oils per table, so you're going to pass those back too. I believe we have lavender.
There's lavender, balance, and aroma touch. And then a couple of people have deep blue. I put one deep blue on this side and one deep blue on this side.
Look at the oils and pick the one that's gonna, benefit you most. Some people it's more relaxing stuff. Some have a lot of, sore muscles, sore joints. Just 2 to 3 drops because it's only a small little.
There's 4 cups that have the oils, so pass them around so everybody can get them.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'll stay right here. 2 to 3.
So where are the oils on this side of the room?
Is there another?
And then when you're all done, like in the front row, as people start finishing, just close them up, shake them up. And I'm totally encouraging you guys, take some time for yourself. Use your salts. You've got them. It's such an easy thing. I mean, get a book. Keep a diffuser in your bathroom if you have an extra one. How nice would that be on the days where you couldn't have that all the time? Or even in the morning when it's ready, just grab some peppermint. I
Christmas snow.
Yeah. I use that before a shower, and I would use it like at nighttime. And I just use that before I wash my face with my brush. And I did hear one that if we're not exfoliating our skin
Right there, there's cups right there. I know. That's the one.
How many is that? Just 2 to 3. Yeah. Oh, whatever ones, yeah, of each one if you're using multiple. Just one, yeah. Yeah, what you would do is dry your bath, pour your salts in there while it's running, kind of like under the water and everything, and it's going to for you in your bath. What I like about Epsom salt is it purges your body of toxins too. Okay, so to everybody, what I like about Epsom salts, and that's what you're mixing this with, is Epsom salts, they help purge your body of toxins too. So not only that you're using oils that have a therapeutic benefit, but the Epsom salts themselves, they're going to help pull out toxins if you're sick. I always make a little bath for my kids with melaleuca in there, and sometimes I do copaiba also when they're not feeling well. You just want to help your body get rid of the toxins, and that's what's going to happen naturally. And also the muscle relaxant too. inflammation, for that too. So especially if you use oils like Deep Blue or Aroma Touch, which I know you don't love, but you might have to get used to it. It's so, so good. I do love that one. Oh, Aroma Touch, that's my jam. Yeah, me and you. Seriously, I know. That's like my morning thing. I'm like, where's my middleman? It smells so nice. Alright, but I won't take any more time. I know I went over. You always want to do that. Sorry, Stephanie. Okay.
Can we give Lauren a round of applause? So the oils are still going around, so feel free to do that. The reason why we use glass jars with the salts is because it keeps everything in the jar, whereas plastic, it ends up dissipating through it over time. So keeping it in a glass jar is going to be key. And then just let it sit for a little bit, and then you put it in your bath or a foot bath or whatever it is. It's fantastic. So last but certainly not least, there was something else I was going to mention, but I cannot remember. But last but certainly not least, we are talking about Amy Gibbons. Now, Amy came here all the way from Chicago. I like to say it like that. There we go. There's my cursor. Oh, I meant to turn that off so you didn't have to see that. Amy is going to be talking today about self-care on a budget because Elena touched on it, but sometimes it's expensive. It can get expensive, but there are ways to do it for a much less of cost, or so a cheaper way to do things. So I'm going to turn the time over. Is this the one that we're using? Okay. So is that one working now, though?
I'm a walker.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Amy, come on up. Let's give her a round of applause.
Yeah, Amy.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't ever really need a mic, but we're gonna go for it.
Well, you need it for the video so we can hear it on the video. So hold it close to your mouth. Eat the mic is what they say. Hold it to your mouth.
I'm going to eat the mic.
Yes, eat the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There's going to be lip gloss on the mic.
It's washable.
That's okay. We'll clean it later. We've got On Guard displays.
Do I need the clicker?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Which way am I going?
That button.
All right, I follow directions well.
Sometimes.
Okay, who listened to everything today and said, I want all the things?
I flipped it out. It's flat. Yeah.
Who looked at their bank account this week and said, wow, there's so much money in there, I need to buy more things? No, not me. It's Christmas.
I thought it needed to be flat.
We're going to talk a little bit about saving some money, and we're going to talk about, what did I do wrong?
You didn't. I did.
Okay, which way again?
Left.
This one? Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about self-care on a budget. There's a lot of things. You guys know, I mean, before you even came here, a lot of you already know there's lots of things for hormone balance, for sleep, for reducing toxic load, all those things, but all those things cost money. So we're going to talk about how we do that cheaper and what makes me an expert. These little rugrats. Twins happen, budgets explode. I have 4 children, 5 and under. 5 children? My husband doesn't count, right?
Sometimes.
Don't tell Ryan. Don't tell Ryan I said that. 5 children. The grown one is in his 40s. So Charlotte, Kelvin, and what I call the budget busters. I used to work a full-time job before I had them. So I used to have a lot more money for self-care. I would be known to get a massage once in a while. So I get it, you guys. Like, and you have kids especially, but all women. But if you have kids, you need self-care more than anybody else. Like, we take care of everybody else first. So the one thing I do want to say about self-care is that my favorite thing to teach my clients is put your oxygen mask on first. We all hear that on a plane and we all laugh, but really, you have to do that in your self-care. So I'm gonna go a little quickly too because I know we're running up on time and I don't wanna waste too much up here. But potency is a budget's best friend. I heard you talk about the same thing I was thinking with the roller recipes from April. You can totally go, I'll say balls to the wall, with your drops, and that's fine, and you might need that, but there's no wrong way to use your oils. As long as it's working for you, it's great. But what I try to teach my clients is potency is a budget's best friend. And these oils are, 1 drop of peppermint oil, if you don't know, equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. 1 drop of citrus oil equals 6 lemons. Do you really need 30 drops of that? I don't think so. So what I like to teach, I went forward. What I like to teach is rollers. We talked a little bit about it with a couple of the different subjects. But rollers are really, really, really great. Now, I'm crazy, and I have a Cricut, and I like to make fun labels. But really, you can buy these on Etsy. Lots of people make labels. Or you can just put your little stickers on them. But if you are wanting to save money, I really recommend that you make rollers ahead of time. When I teach a class or get a new client, the first thing I do is I give them a recipe sheet with things like an allergy blend, or a pain blend, or a headache blend, the germ blend this time of year. I mean, these are the things that are really going to get used a lot, and if you wait until you have a headache or you wait until you get sick, you're gonna bust out each bottle that you're blending together, because we all know synergy is so great. So if you're gonna make a headache blend and it's got lavender and frankincense and some peppermint in there, now all of a sudden you're using 1, maybe a second drop snuck out, because it always sneaks out, and now you wasted a little more than you actually need. But if you make a roller and it's ready, 1, you're gonna save some money, 2, you're actually going to use it. Because I can't tell you how many times, because I'm a great teacher, but I'm a horrible client, I can't tell you how many times we've gotten sick, and it's like 6, 7, 8 hours in before I'm like, okay, we're gonna make a roller. I don't feel good, but it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. And I drag my tushy out of bed, and I'm looking, where did I put my oils? I don't have a station for this. I don't have them in my bathroom in my cute little thing. I know, right? No, I do now. But that's the thing you have to kind of learn. And so if you make the roller ahead of time, you know it's germ season. You know they're coming. They're coming. And they're going to take you down. So be prepared and have those things ready to go. Also, rollers as far as potency goes. My kind of rule of thumb for getting started is about 1/3 of the bottle of the actual essential oil, and the rest, the other 2/3, carrier oil. That's just a good thing to remember. People are like, oh my gosh, how many drops? I've got to write it down exactly. There is no wrong way. If you have enough oil in there to feel the effects, then it's great. I teach my clients a lot of times if you have knee pain, for example, and it's kind of working, but you're like, I wish it was working a little harder, put a little more oil in. That's a good trick too. There is always a rule in my house, never give drip bottles to kids or men. 10 drips later, not necessary. And then for diffusing, people don't think about this, but you can buy empty 5 milliliter bottles or probably 15 milliliter bottles. I think doTERRA even has them now, right? The empty 5s. It's great to make a diffuser blend. Instead of putting 2 or 3 drops of, your little concoction for sleep at night, put all of those together in a drip bottle and then drip a couple drops, 2 or 3 drops, maybe 4 if you're feeling risky. And
all the light bulbs going on.
Right? And then it's not 2 drops of this, 2 drops of this, 2 drops of this, 2 drops of this. And now you're like a dripping fairy. What's going on over there? Right? And then again, an extra one always sneaks out. And if it's citrus, 10 extra ones drip out. Come on. So diffusing blends is always a great idea too. So that's my clicker here. I should probably be holding it, but I'm a hand talker, so I'm afraid to get clicky. Okay, so who knew that some of the rollers that doTERRA sells are not actually already diluted? Right? 2 for the price of 1? Balance the hormones times 2, glowy skin perfection times 2, head tension times 2. The very easiest thing you could do is bust those into at least 2 different bottles. I mean, if we're following my rule of 1/3 and 2/3, you could probably sneak 3. But, that's just my trick. And then I will say, past tense, it's a love or hate relationship with clients. Sometimes people are like, holy But is it cilantro that people react to? Holy cilantro. And some people are like, this is amazing. But like if you put dilution with it, fractionated coconut oil, you're gonna take that potency and that like volatile reaction off the skin, which is where that scent comes from, and you're gonna take that down like 20 notches. So a lot of times if people don't like the smell, I'm like, dilute it for that reason too. If you guys don't know, Clary Calm is wonderful to use every single day, maybe twice a day. And the little trick with Clary Calm, does anybody know about adrenal fatigue? Yeah. So most people, especially women, have adrenal fatigue because it's caused by stress. And it basically just means your adrenals can't produce enough hormone. So Clary Calm is your best friend every single day because it will assist your adrenals in making those really important hormones. And I think we all just need a little help with that. And then Immortelle, if you don't know, is the magic skin blend. Immortelle is got like the big ones, Frank, Rose, Myrrh, yeah, all the expensive guys, of course, which is why we make it into buy one, get two free. And then, is it really empty? I'm very proud of my friend who I stayed with, who's hosting us this weekend. And she went in her bathroom this morning to brush teeth and everything, and she pulled out her toothpaste and it was cut in half. I was like, oh, I'm like a proud mama. So anything that's like soft like that, you know, there's more in there, you guys. So you can cut it open, you can scrape it out. I do this with my face stuff. I do this with, you know, anything that's soft pretty much. I'll even pop the top. Do you guys use the root to tip serum? Yes. Oh my God, I love that stuff. I always just pop the top. If you didn't know, the top comes off. So that's another good trick. Even if you just like can get your finger in there and scrape more, that's always gonna get more out. DIY, we talked about DIY a little bit. I just threw a couple recipes up here because I want people to remember that we talked about a lot of wonderful On Guard products, but if your budget's not there yet, at least take that bottle of On Guard that probably came in your family kit or your home essentials kit or your natural solutions kit and make cleaner, make some hand soap, make some floor cleaner, make some mouthwash. Like you can DIY anything. I have not figured out how to DIY toothpaste. Thankfully, that's a pretty cheap one. So these recipes, this deck will go out, so you don't have to worry about writing them down. This will go out as my sort of follow-up. So the recipes will be there. Okay. So my favorite thing to tell my clients is it better to take half dose of something amazing or no dose of something amazing? Right? And like in my family, especially with the twins now, my husband and I used to like to take the full dose of Lifelong Vitality, but now we split it for a while. Because we still feel really good when we're taking at least half dose. We've got better energy, we've got better sleep, less pain, like all that kind of stuff that this helps with. And because we split it, we can actually still be on it for now. Obviously the goal is to get back on full dose, but if you're like stopping yourself, just think about $40 a month is not that bad, you guys. That's like, what, 1 Starbucks a week? For the month? Will that be about $40?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Based on my own calculations on my budget. Also, there's some tricks with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Who touched on that? Adding it to your Mitox Max.
Elena
touched on this. Okay, so if you go and you put your Lifelong Vitality Pack into your cart, and by the way, if you're not doing this on Loyalty Rewards, we need to talk about budget-friendly stuff a little bit deeper. You have to do this on Loyalty Rewards because it's a lot cheaper. If you go into your Loyalty Rewards and you add the pack, you're going to see add the pack only or customize. If you customize, you can add things like, I'm going to go actually one slide and then I'll come back. You can actually add things for 20 bucks a pop. Your probiotic, instead of $34.50, you're now $20.
Terrazyme.
Your Terrazyme, which I don't know the price on, you're $20. And your Deep Blue pills, which are amazing for pain, are only $20 instead of $60. Like there's some really good tricks there. Look at that, guys.
So that's adding it onto the Lifelong Vitality.
Yes, if you customize your pack, you could do 3 items for $20 a piece. And if you've got kids, you can even do some of the kid vitamin stuff, which is awesome. And then the other thing that I like to talk about with this is the foundational. Like, I'll use myself as an example. Even on half dose, I notice when I'm taking this product with the anti-inflammatories that are in it, I notice that I have way less IBS flares because it's all inflammatory. And how many of us have inflammatory things going on, right? So now how much digestin did I used to use when I wasn't taking this? Now how little digestin do I use now that I'm taking this? It's such a great trick to like build from the foundation up and take care of yourself proactively so you stop wasting so much oil every day and slapping that Band-Aid on. I think that's a really good trick. And then it really kind of goes without saying that how much are we going to pay for that disease later? I probably shouldn't say the word disease, but I'm going to anyway. Okay, so who likes free self-care? Who's on the rewards program? Who's not on the rewards program? I'm calling you out. No? Okay, good. Everybody knows this. Okay, so the way I think of the rewards program is swapping your Target budget. All the stuff that you need to buy for your house, the laundry soap, the toothpaste, the whatever. Now, if you're doing it through the rewards program, now you're getting all your hormone balance and your glowy skin and your, headache tension blend for free because you have points. Yay, points. Target doesn't give me points. I like Target still though. Don't get me wrong. So, loyalty rewards. If you don't already know, and I'm going to go over this just a little bit because it is going to be recorded too. The loyalty rewards is really simple. It is kind of like, I tell people it's kind of like the Ipsy bag or your FabFitFun box or whatever. And the fact that it comes like on a schedule, but you get to pick your schedule for the month. You get to pick your date. You get to pick what products are in it. The cost of it is just what you put in there. So if you put a chapstick in there, guess what? Your box that month costs a chapstick. That's it. So as long as you have the one PB product in there, then you're good to go, and that's awesome. And then you also earn points back when you do it. So I put a little cheat sheet here. 1 through 49 PB, you get your shipping back in points. Spend $4 in shipping, you get $4 back to spend later, basically. 50 PB or more, you get anywhere from 10% to 30% plus your shipping. So you start out at 10 and then you work your way up. I won't go into that level of detail, but whoever is helping you can go into a little more detail. Loyalty rewards. A couple of different ways besides what I already snuck ahead to show you that you can really work it. Who likes the shampoo and conditioner? All right, who's buying it in 2 packs at a time? Yeah, look at how much you save, y'all. $14.50.
How about in the liters?
Liters are great. And you can kind of do the calculation and what works on your budget. Like there's options to buy shampoo and conditioner in loyalty. It's a lot cheaper than a shampoo conditioner pack not in loyalty. If you buy 2 packs at a time, 2 conditioner, 2 shampoo, you save even more. You start looking at the big liter bottles, you save a couple dollars more. If you can like swing like ahead of time on your budget, then that's probably the best way. But whatever your budget can hold, there are little tricks to kind of do it in groupings. There's a lot of different things like that, that you can kind of find in loyalty. There's also loyalty-only bundles. If you go into your collections, if you go down into the bottom, you'll see loyalty rewards kits, I think is what they're called. And there's just a couple little things that are bundled together in there that make sense together. Like there's an immune support one. This one I put as an example is the Relieve and Revive kit. And if you bought those products separately, even at wholesale, that would cost $24 more. So if you need a few things, you can kind of do them together. And then I already talked about the adding items for $20 each. I snuck ahead. Okay, so what a lot of people don't realize is that helping other people get signed up for their oils, and we all have these conversations. Everyone's paying attention to what you're doing. You're sharing your oils at work. So-and-so had a headache. I gave them a headache blend. They felt better. They were like, ooh, where do I get this stuff? Oh, I'll connect you to my friend. Does that ever really happen? Probably not as often as we would want. So what a lot of people don't realize is you can be a sharer, and that's fine. And a sharer can still help someone if they've put themselves as an advocate, which, someone can help you do that, which is the same thing as a customer. It just, doTERRA lets you earn commission if you're an advocate. You can actually help people get their kit, get a little commission in your pocket, and then have your person who's helping you help them too. We love sharers. Sharers spread the word. Sharers help other people have self-care too. I like to tell people to think of it as a doTERRA coupon. And the reason I think about it as a doTERRA coupon is because if you look back on that slide, they buy a kit, you spend 100 PB on loyalty, which let's be honest, if we're buying the stuff we need for the house, we're doing anyway. You earn commission, and then you refer them back. So that commission, is like a coupon towards your own purchase. So now you just help someone get their little family kit, and instead of paying $100 for your household stuff that month, you paid $22, or you paid minus $22. I can do math.
88.
I'm a writer, not a math. And then I just want to tell this story a little bit here. I've got 2 more slides, and then I'll be done. So I used to have a full-time job, 80 hours a week, all that kind of jazz. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, and it's your fault. Okay, so
I'll claim it.
I'm thinking about how many times they ask me. I'm getting emotional. What's wrong with me? I'm thinking
Pop
about
some
how many
oils.
times they asked me to think about doing this business. I didn't know I was going to get emotional. I'm actually going to shut this down. They asked me 100 times to consider stopping sacrificing my family to do this business. And I said, I'm too busy. Sounds interesting. I'm too busy. Not what I want to do. And then accidentally started sharing, accidentally started building a business. Accidentally was successful at it. Serious, like accidentally, because this is a business where you share from your heart and you help other people have self-care. Stop it. Okay. So all the yarrow palm and stuff I sniffed before I came up here. I think that what people forget is that a check so easily goes away. A job so easily gets lost. And I have watched friends through this and they don't have fallback. Like, how many of you have an emergency fund? How many of you have that stuff set aside? Very few people are prepared for that moment in their life. And if I had not listened to my family and took a chance and started sharing and helping other people, I probably would have lost my house when we had the twins. And I am so unbelievably grateful for that. I had no idea I was going to cry. So I want you guys to think about this. If you start out as a sharer and you take care of the people around you, you never know what's going to happen. And if it's a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there, and what if you just said, you know what, instead of using that as a coupon, I'm going to put it in a savings account for a rainy day. What people don't understand about this business is this money is flexibly earned. The business is totally doable in your spare time. I worked 80 hours a week with 2 children at the time and still found time to teach and talk and help people and host classes and help my friends. It never quits, it never gets fired, it never gets laid off. That check comes in no matter what. It's very flexible, you have no overhead. Like doTERRA takes care of the distribution. doTERRA takes care of like all these wonderful promotions that we get to offer people. And like my team signed up 30-some people last month because of a great promotion that they offered and made it like more affordable for people to say yes. And then the other thing I think people don't realize is that you get to leave this to your family. If something happens to me, that check keeps coming in. My family is still taken care of because I have built an income with doTERRA and they are protected. And so I think that people don't think about that, and I think it's really important to at least mention that, like, take a chance, share with somebody next to you, help them sign up for a kit, get a little money in your pocket, and then, you know, think about it and see where it goes. And then I'm very big, probably because of my friend Molly, I'm very big on making declarations to manifest. If you don't ask the universe for it, you won't get it. And the ifs and the maybes and the, like, and I think there's probably some blends for that in what's her name's book, right?
Yep.
The I Am Fabulous.
Yep.
Make yourself a blend, make a declaration, and say, you know what? I'm going to do this. This is something I can do. This is something I can squeeze in here and there. If you share where you see needs and you see people around you who are struggling with something and you share from the heart, I promise you that the enrollments will follow. Now that I'm going to stop crying, can we add this into the raffle?
Yes, let's do that right now.
I might share this now too. This is my Wonder Woman blend.
It's
This
amazing.
is super fun. And of course I make Wonder Woman labels because who doesn't love Wonder Woman? It has a bunch of different oils in it, which I can send a recipe out, but it's, thank you. It's got oils for energy, it's got oils for focus, and it's got oils for happiness.
Do it. Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
Do the last four.
5, 2, 6, 7.
Yay! And let's give Amy a round of applause. Appreciate that. Awesome, awesome. You know, it's really kind of funny because this business, again, for me, was not something that we decided to do right at the beginning. It was definitely one of those things that we shared with people because it was something that worked for us. And then over time, as we shared more and more, the business grew and grew. And then once it grew for us, how could we not share that opportunity with other people? So seeing things like that, I was getting emotional.
I'm sorry.
No, hey, you know, it's like Emily Wright at convention, right? She cries, we cry. It's just what happens.
My birthday.
It's just what happens. Yes, and I was going to mention, let's all sing happy birthday to Amy real fast. Amy's birthday is today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you. Woo! So if you all didn't know, Amy is my sister-in-law. She is my husband's sister. And, you know, we consider her family. You know, we consider her family. I consider her my sister. You know what I mean? We have grown very close. And that's another thing that I love about this business is that I get to choose who I work with. I love being able to work with my very close friends, like ones that I've had from high school that I reconnected with because of this business. And it's a great excuse for self-care to get out of your house and away from your kids for a little bit to have some girl time or guy time or whatever it is, right? We have a couple guys in here, but you know, to get out of your house and just have that me time for a little bit to talk about something that you're passionate about anyways. So I appreciate all of my speakers that were here today. I'm going to go over a few other things. Yeah. So grateful for their opportunity and the opportunity they had to come and share a little bit of their knowledge with us. I'm going to just wrap things up a couple real quick here. I want to double make sure that you have your email address outside so we can share with you the PowerPoint presentations or the cheat sheets of everybody today, all of the different speakers, so that we have all the recipes that they went over and everything like that. But going along with what Amy talked about, we are going to give you an opportunity to share. So if you have not become a sharer yet, if you want the opportunity to share, I'm going to incentivize you. So I have a sample set right here that you can come get from me. It's lemon, lavender, peppermint that you can get out and share with somebody. You can give it to a family member, you can give it to a friend, you can give it to a stranger in a place. As long as you, this is key, gather their information. Say, if I give this to you, will you use it? And can I call you in a couple of days to follow up with you? So that way you have that connection. I love helping out people. I love connecting with people. Here's these samples. Can I call you in a couple of days to see how they worked for you? I will then also give you a Healthy Can Be Simple book that you can give to them that has your information on the back of it right here. And then I'm going to give you my business card. Because after you sign up your very first person, you're going to call me. And we're going to have a conversation about how it went. And anything that you could do for yourself in the future. And then I'm going to send you a free gift for sharing sharing with your first person. So it's very simple to share with people. And we'll coach you through how to make that into a business or more of a sharer if that's something that you want to do. That's something that we offer. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about our December promotions. Talked a little bit about it before this month. If you order 200 PV, you get free frankincense. A full bottle, 93 retail. Huge. And then if you're on the loyalty program and you order 125 by the 15th of the month, you get a free Holiday Joy and that cute little topper. This little guy right here, this is free if you order 125. If you order 200 by the 15th, you get this and the free frankincense. And then every month they have a different item that's 10% off. And this month it's Arbor Vitae. Arbor Vitae literally means tree of life. This is a beautiful grounding blend. It is fantastic for all of that emotional wellness. So you can look it up in the book and kind of see what that is as well. But it's fantastic. I swear it's like Melaleuca times 10. It's fantastic.
Can I say it's a great one if you have pets? Because you can't really use Melaleuca with the pets.
Yes.
And there's some skin things that come up, or like they get the pimples
Yes.
on the bellies, like with the doggies. I tell my clients, because what do I need arbor vitae for? Because I've got Melaleuca. It's like, A, it's way more potent if those germs are really bad. And B, you can use it safely with the animals.
Yes, very much so.
And it's a
Thank
nice
you.
replacement.
Yes. Okay, and then if there's anybody brand new that is going to be signing up today, if you have a minimum order of 100, I am giving you this for free. This is something that all of our different speakers talked about. So Blythe talked about Terrazyme. We talked about the toothpaste. We talked about doing stuff yourself, right? So a little roller that you can make your own blends with. Balance deodorant. So we talked about balance, but did you know that they have a deodorant? My life has changed. I was never a natural deodorant person. I always shied away from it, right? But this thing, so just FYI, if you've never used a natural deodorant before, you will go through a detoxing phase. You'll get a little bit of a rash. Stick with it because it is worth it, I promise you. It is the best deodorant I've ever tried. And then there's a Passion lotion that's in the bag. And passion, it's not, it's basically it's finding your passion in life. What do you want to do? Finding out, like Lauren said, what is self-care to you? You can use that to kind of figure out what that passion is in your life. And this is for our people that are just signing up for today, so come find me if that's going to be you. All right, so who's ready for that dream kit, right? Do we have any couple last minute people that need to come enter it? Let's go ahead and do that right now. And I'm gonna have a couple of extra drawings that we're gonna finish up with. So we'll finish up with these drawings while these people are doing their last minute additions.
I think I have
Hold
two
on,
of
let me
them.
get those raffle tickets out. Camden will get these raffle tickets to you. Oh shoot, where's the raffle tickets? Nope, hold on, I had raffle tickets, they're right here. Joy, did you get a raffle ticket for that? Yeah, it's right here. So take one. Camden, you're going to go ahead and give raffle tickets to everybody who signs up. So just take one. You give that to one to her and one in the box. Break that one in half, yep. And then give one to her and put one in the box. There you go. No, it's if your order process is before today or today. So if you process it right now, yep, go for it. Perfect. All right, so while we're waiting for everybody else to go ahead and finish up with that, is there something else? Yes. Where's the ticket? Okay, who did not get a parking validation ticket yet? Is there anybody else that needs a parking validation ticket? We've got tickets in the back of the room. Anybody else? Chris, do we need one? I'm going to grab, just in case somebody forgets, let's grab a couple. Alrighty. It doesn't matter which, as long as one goes to her and one goes to mine. Okay, so there's a couple of other drawings before we do our dream kit drawings. So grab out your tickets one more time. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have seen this. This is the backpack. It says doTERRA on it. And what's really cool about this one, Joy? It has storage in the very bottom for oils. And then a backpack for regular stuff on the top. So this is a really great prize. And it is going to go to, Camden, get ready. You're going to go take it to our winner. 5271. 527. Yes, right up front. Okay, then how many of you love the elephant diffuser this year? It's super cute, right? Did you know that they had one similar last year called the whale diffuser that sold out super fast? Yes, I have one left over from last year, so we're giving this one away. Who loves them? I love them. They're so stinking cute. Okay, here we go. Who's going to win it? 5319. Yay! Awesome. Okay, is there anybody else that needs to put their tickets in for this 200 PV drawing? I know. Hey, I'm so excited. Okay, so and if you want to, there's the mouthwash up here. There's the kids collection, the yarrow palm, the magnolia, the turmeric, the green mandarin, which is like my favorite new citrus oil that is non-photosensitive. Did you guys know that? No. The green mandarin is not. It doesn't have the same because it's not ripe. It's from the mandarin oranges, but it's pre-ripeness, so it's like still green, which is green mandarin. But it's not photosensitive like the other citrus oils. So here's the dream kit, and then the mouthwash. I'm so excited for this one. Who's excited? I'm excited.
Is this the grand prize?
This is the grand prize.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go. Anybody nervous? No pressure, right? All right, here we go. 5, 2, 2, 4. Congratulations, Joy! There you go. Awesome. So just remember, you guys, the reason why we did this event today, this has kind of been a dream of mine for a while, to start stepping out on my own and doing my own events like this for my team. And it's been amazing having the people on the committee that have helped. And I appreciate my parents being here for helping me. And my sister, and my girls, and my husband. They've been amazing, supportive. Like when I first told Chris that this was something that I was gonna do, he's like, are you crazy? Right before Christmas, are you dumb? He didn't say dumb, but he asked me if I was crazy. But this has been something that has been on my heart and my mind for months now. And so to actually see it come to fruition it's amazing to see. And I appreciate, and I have to call out Emily. Because she was like, when I asked everybody, like, if you want to help out, blah, 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 you know, like, do you want to help me out with this? She came back with, okay, what about this? What about this? What about this? I'll call this hotel. I'll call this hotel. I'll call this. I'll get this all started. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're a godsend. because I didn't do this all by myself and I got other people involved, I didn't feel like I was super stressed and had to do everything by myself. And so I think it made the event much more successful than what I could have done on my own. And I think that just speaks volumes to doing things together and helping each other out and boosting each other up is going to be a huge benefit to you and your heart and in your life. So again, the reason why we decided to focus on self-care was because we don't do it enough. And we need to talk about it. And we need to find ways to do it. And I so appreciate everybody for being here. And yeah, keep oiling. Happy oiling, oil up and roll out, right?